What's up, guys? It's Mott here alongside Josh Davis. Welcome into week 4 of the NFL season as your Philadelphia Eagles take on the Washington Commanders, and we have you guys live here for our play-by-play reaction and watch party. Josh, happy week 4 of the National Football League season. You ready to go?
Happy week 4. I'm ready to go and apologize to everyone else who may have realized, we had a channel and then it canceled and everything. Technical difficulties. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but we're here. And yes, I am totally ready for week 4. We're able to actually get to see some action, divisional game action, which is going to be nice. So I'm thinking we should be pretty good today. As all of us, or most of us probably know, the line is very heavily favored towards the Eagles, but there's still a lot that we want to see. And I'm sure we're going to get into it in a second, but there's a couple key inactives for the game, no doubt.
Let's start with those key inactives. You see them on your screen right here. A couple of no surprises in Quez Watkins. Also, Sidney Brown and Justin Evans. They weren't going to go after basically not practicing the entire week. You need a full day of practice if you're one of these, defensive players to actually be confirmed and able to play on Sunday. Neither of them were able to give it a full go. You see Rashad Penny is inactive, a little bit of a surprise there, but in reality, if you're an Eagles fan, not really. Tyler Steen out, just like Moro Ojomo have been the first 4 weeks of the season. This means that big Albert O, their 4th tight end, will be active tonight, so 4 receivers this afternoon and 4 tight ends as well.
Absolutely, yes. And I think it was surprising, too, with Justin Evans, a little bit. Not as much, but a little bit, just because he did get the full practice in. But then they listed with the neck injury, so you're like, okay, he got 1 practice in for the week. Is he going to be okay? But he's listed as questionable, so they didn't feel great enough about it for him to obviously not be playing. But, yeah, the question is, who are you going to have? What's it going to look like? You have some adjustments. I think we'll be okay. But yes, it'll be interesting as we get into it. But definitely shout out to all the people in the comments. I'm not sure why I got the comment from Mason McCray. Josh, why you never read in chat? Like I feel like we do. But there you go. There's your comment. There's your shout out. But appreciate you guys joining us. Yes, I'm hyped for this game.
Jalen Hurts running out of the field right there. You see the Eagles, of course, in their midnight green. Only their 2nd game at Lincoln Financial Field this week. Their first one in the daytime. That Thursday nighter was obviously at night against the Minnesota Vikings. And listen, a lot of expectations that Philadelphia should win this game handily, that Jalen Hurts could have a big game through the air. But the Washington Commanders are a good football team. You wouldn't know it if you watched the game last week when they got routed in Washington against the Buffalo Bills. A very strong defensive front, a very, very good secondary. This game is going to come down to how can the Eagles' offensive line and defensive line make plays against the opponent's offensive defensive line, and what does Sam Howell look like? What are your expectations for Howell today, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, I want to think, and I'm hopeful that it's what we saw against the Bills last week, right? I mean, a lot of turnovers. What is it, 4 turnovers or 4 picks? The sacks that were coming in crazy numbers. So I would hope that that's what we see. Realistically, though, I feel like we're going to get a lot more checkdowns, quick reads, trying to get the ball out of his hands. And the Commanders and Ron Rivera had mentioned that a couple times of, hey, we need to do a little bit of better job, got to make him feel a little more comfortable. So I feel like they're going to try to make sure that it's not the sense of, hey, Sam Howell's the one that's got to go out there and win this game. We remember that the past time that the Commanders did beat us in Philly was whenever they had, what was it, like the 49 carries or something like that, and just milked the clock to ridiculous numbers. So I think that's probably the same MO. They're going to try to keep the Eagles offense off the field, and then be able to just slowly march down the field. But you're not asking Sam Howell to win this game for you. Do I expect him to be better than he was against the Bills? Yes, but to what level? I mean, he's still kind of, he's Sam Howell. Like, do we expect him to go out there and throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns? Like, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe
Jalen Hurts, of course, has won a ton of games as the starting quarterback. His one loss since being named the official starter almost 2 seasons ago was against this exact Commander football team in a game where he threw multiple interceptions, had a chance late, but the defense was unable to get off the field and get a stop. You see him there breaking down the Eagles huddle. It'll be very interesting to see what he looks like today. We've seen some good, we've seen some average, we've seen some bad from Jalen Hurts so far this season, and a lot of his national critics are wondering, where's that 3-touchdown, 0 blemish game? Where's the 300 yards passing? Will we see it? Will we not? That remains to be seen, but week 4 is getting very, very close to starting. We, of course, welcome in a bunch of you guys right now for this broadcast. And first off, we get to 100 likes. That'd be great. If you're watching us right now, have not hit that like button, it really helps the channel out, helps people find this live stream. Try to give you guys the best live stream experience for every single Eagles game this year. And you should give a thumbs up as well, because we are giving away a jersey of your choice today in either midnight green or in black. All you gotta do is drop a super chat, subscribe to both channels, and at the end of the third quarter, as we do for every single Eagles play-by-play live stream, we give away a jersey, and so hopefully you can win one today. Hosea is getting on the board here with 2 entries. Said, did they bring up safety from the practice squad? The answer is yes. Philadelphia, of course, Josh, without Sidney Brown being there, have elevated one other player to go ahead and be a part of their practice squad. It's not necessarily a massive surprise, but it is a situation where Philadelphia is a little bit more banged up in the secondary than they have been, arguably, in recent weeks.
Yes, and that's going to be, again, the question is how much is that going to affect you? The passing game, this is not the most vaunted passing attack. Granted, you can't, knock Terry McLaurin, and actually having some of the other options. But again, I think it comes back to, if you're going to be able to fill in properly, or I would think with Terrell Edmonds, then it won't be as much of an issue, assuming you don't have other injuries. Now, also, I think the question would, or you could go to, does James Bradbury have a little bit more action in the slot or less action in the slot? I
Yeah.
think this means he's going to have a lot less action in the slot because of the way the injuries are termed. I don't know that you're wanting him in the nickel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he goes there, but just this doesn't feel like a team where you say, hey, we need to try to scheme a little bit differently like what we saw against Tampa. So I think it'll be all right, but it will come into play of, hey, who's going to get to play? What are the other guys there? You talk about, other guys maybe having to shine. Perhaps we see a little Nolan Smith more. Desai had referenced it or hinted we're going to start seeing it as games go on. I don't know if that's going to be a drastic increase, but still, it'd be nice to see the Rook out there. You know me, I'm going to try to go for that as much as I can. But curious, do you think that we see Nolan Smith out there? I guess, I don't know, several more plays than what we have. It's only been, a handful over the past couple games. But do you think that we see a decent amount more, or how much are we really going to see him there?
Definitely a possibility. And remember, last week, one of the main reasons why this offense for the Washington Commanders couldn't get moving, because their offensive line gave up 9 sacks of Sam Howell. I mean, it was so close to double digit, which never is good in the National Football League. I think it's a scenario where Jalen Carter continues his Defensive Rookie of the Year push today. Hassan Reddick, not even mentioned yet. He has his cast off of his thumb. He made it seem like it was a big deal. Whether you believe it or not, we're going to find out. But it feels like this could be a really, really big game for the Eagles' defensive line to get after Howell, create some havoc, and maybe force a couple of turnovers, just like they did last week against Baker Mayfield. That was a big determining factor in that win and getting out to a big lead early on, was that Reed Blankenship jumping of the Baker Mayfield pass to the right side of the field. If they can duplicate that sort of success early, it could be smooth sailing for an Eagles team trying to go 4-0. And as you look at the rest of the NFC East, they all have pretty difficult matchups, right? I mean, Commanders play us. That's obviously a divisional game. The Cowboys have Mac Jones, Zeke Elliott, and the Patriots. Never easy coming off of their first loss of the season. And Daniel Jones and the struggling Giants are playing against Seattle on Monday night. So another chance to go win or go undefeated in your day, right? You go 1-0 this week. Everybody else could lose, and your lead in the NFC East further builds up.
Yeah, and you obviously want that. You could get kind of, like you mentioned there, a double win in a sense. If you get the win and some of the other divisional opponents lose, it's never a bad thing. As we also got a super chat here from Alan Klein. So Alan, appreciate you, got you down for the 2 and a chance to win any jersey of your choice, black or midnight green. But yeah, I'm curious to see that as well. And another piece of it is, for the D line, like you mentioned, I think that there's a definite chance, assuming that assuming that the Commanders don't go with something of more of a, kind of protect Sam Howell, get the ball out quick like we were talking about. But curious, do you think that we see a little bit more of a breakout from this D-line, and especially Hassan Reddick? Because we've been talking about him. The thumb cast is off. Seem to suggest he's going to be better in these coming weeks. So what do you expect to see from him?
I think that it's about time. I mean, you can give Hassan Reddick all the benefit of the doubt you want, but eventually his double-digit sacks the past couple of seasons needs to actually become real, and Philadelphia's going to need him later on in this year. For as great as Jalen Carter has been, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis has been fantastic, they 100% need a double-digit sack Hassan Reddick to be able to win the Super Bowl, right? So if there was ever a day where he could go ahead and get right, he mentioned multiple times how great the thumb cast being off it feels, how it's going to affect him. This feels like the day, and as we had mentioned earlier, it's a banged-up, beaten-up offensive line. I should say they got beat up last week by the Buffalo Bills, and if the Eagles can exploit that, it's going to be a very, very hard game to win if you're the Washington Commanders. Let's get one more Super Chat in here before they're about to go ahead and kick things off. Of course, if you do go in Super Chat at any time right now until the end of the third quarter, you're entering in for your chance to win an Eagles jersey in these 2 colors of your choice. Nate says, should the Eagles be using Nolan Smith everywhere? Josh, you answer that one. You're the Nolan Smith guy. I don't know about everywhere, but definitely use him.
Yeah, I'd love to use him for sure. I'm not opposed to it, but I think, yes, his MO and what he's going to be in this league, I think what most everyone sees is he's going to be a pass rusher. Like, it's only a matter of time. He's going to start getting more snaps. I'd love to see him come in a little bit more for Derek Barnett. But in specific situations, sure, get him out there in different packages. I mean, Desai even mentioned it too. The speed is crazy, and we know that. The speed and athleticism is ridiculous. So why not? To throw him out there a couple extra plays. I'd love to see it. Yes, I know he's a rookie, so he might make some mistakes, but you know what? Hey, get him out there a little bit, especially if you build up a lead here. Yeah, let's get some guys some action.
You obviously have the Eagles getting ready to kick this one off. They have deferred to the second half. Commanders will get the football. The Eagles love doing that. They're in, of course, their midnight greens with white pants. Commanders in their white pants with their white jerseys with their red pants. And we are underway as Jake Elliott just kicked that one off. This will go out the back of the end zone, and out will come Sam Howell and the Washington Commander offense. Let's make sure we're on the same page here in terms of our broadcast, Josh. They're showing me Sam Howell's stats as he trots onto the field.
All right. I'm going to refresh. I think I'm a little further behind, or quite far behind, actually.
They're showing that Commander offensive line, which is going to be a big key to their success if they can hold down this Eagle pass rush. As Sam Howell breaks the huddle, they're going to go with 4 wide receivers, 3 of which are going to be to the right side. He starts under center. Here's your first play of the drive. 15 seconds to go in the play clock. 14, 13, 12. Howell takes a snap. Turn give. Here's a run to the right side, and that's hit immediately in the backfield. Maybe got a yard, and there's Nicholas Morrow, the linebacker who was cut after training camp, brought back in the practice squad, and is getting another start tonight, or this afternoon, with Nakobe Dean being out.
All right. I am significantly, I may have some not great service because I literally just saw the first play being run.
Okay,
So
you're way behind.
Way behind here.
Let me know when that one catches back up.
Okay.
Second down at 9, 14:28 to go. Opening drive, Commanders of this game. Howell in the shotgun, 9 to go on the play clock. Motions the running back to his right. Takes a snap. Comes a delayed Eagle blitz. Steps up, throws, caught. That's across the middle of McLaurin. And he gets ridden down from behind by Darius Slay, but not till he gets about 15 yards. There's your first down of the game. And that one's good for about 16.
Don't like to hear that.
Off coverage by Slay. Easy slant route. They came on a delayed blitz from, I believe it was Zach Cunningham. And it didn't get there in time at all. And a really, really nice, I'd say pitch and toss there from Howell to McLaurin, and a nice first down. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Washington Commanders. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, play fake. Reddick steps up in his face, now throws a back shoulder. What a catch there. That's McLaurin over Job, and that's a gain of about 13 yards, and another first down for the Commanders, and so far Howell's looked very, very good. What a great back shoulder throw there, and an even better catch by McLaurin. He went right over Job. Reddick applied a little bit of pressure, but again, not enough to get in line. It'll be another first down, and I believe they're into Eagle territory. From the Eagles' 45-yard line. Here comes another run. This is going to go to the left. Robinson's got a nice-sized hole. He's chased out of bounds by Bradbury, who was lined up at the outside cornerback slot. That's getting about 7, and so far the Commanders' opening drive has been a lot of positive yards here. Howell opens 2 for 2. 2 nice runs there from Bryant Robinson, and the Eagle defense a little slow to start here. How we looking, Josh? We synced up yet?
Yeah, it is. I am just way behind. I'm literally like almost a play behind, I think.
Jeez.
It's I've refreshed a couple times, so I may be just way further behind. I've even gone on the phone to see if it would be a little quicker. I'm at let's see, where is that? That's at
big first down for Curtis Samuel there. That's a gain of about 15.
Let's try one more refresh and see, hopefully.
Okay. I can always pause too. Yeah, there's Bradbury trying to cover the slot, and they didn't hand it off well with Slay and Bradbury. And Howell, again, quick release. You saw Mac Jones do this to perfection in week 1, and so far, the Commanders have been going up and down the field right now in Philadelphia. 12:03 to go.
I'm about a play behind. I'm 12:26.
Okay, definitely are.
I just saw them get that first down.
Howell takes a snap, looks left, throws. That's going to be incomplete. Good break up there by Joe, battling with Jahan Dotson. And we might have to pause mine just to sync up. We're going to be delayed, though. Let's see.
Yeah, Nate saying Josh busy checking his lineup. Yeah, I wish that was the problem. I'm struggling here. I'm trying to refresh on like 3 different devices to see if one of them will get earlier. But I'm, literally like a play behind. It's 11:57.
Yeah, I'm 15 seconds to go in this play clock. 2nd down and 10. That's your first incompletion today for Howell. They're at the Eagle 25-yard line. 3 receivers at the top of the screen, none to the bottom. Howell pumps his foot, takes the snap. 4-man pressure, all day to throw. Now has a little bit of pressure in his face, steps up to run. He's got positive yards, then slides in front of the waiting arms of Nicholas Morrow. That's a gain of about 4. It'd be 3rd down and 6. All right, they gave him 3 because of that slide. So be 3rd down and 7 now. Let's see if the Eagle defense can bend but not break here. Get a stop, force a field goal, because it's been not great early on this opening Commander drive. Here we go. 3rd down and 7. They were 1 for 9 last week against the Bills, was Washington. See if the Eagles can get off the board. Howell takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Comes a screen. They set it up very well. Blockers in front. Hit. And tackle behind the line to gain. That was Cunningham and Jalen Carter. Robinson's a yard short. So now what's Rivera going to do? It looks like he's going to leave the offense on. Let's see.
Wouldn't be a surprise.
They're going to stay. All right, here we go. Okay, 4th and 1. Boy, Eagle fans rise to their feet. They're very loud right now. This would be a huge 4th and 1 stop. They're going with a tight formation. Robinson, the fullback. Howell takes a snap. Turn, give Robinson up the middle. He's hit, and he's across the line. He's got it. They had a chance there with Jordan Davis. Carter was in it as well. He got 2. He needed 1.
Gosh.
I guess I can try and refresh mine, see if it backs it up. Or I can pause.
I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, I've restarted and logged out and logged back in here.
All right,
let's see.
We'll do it after this drive.
Yeah.
1st and 15. Howell in the gun. Philadelphia on their heels this opening drive. Takes a snap. Here's a turn, give, handoff up the middle. Bounces it out to the left side. There's Antonio Gibson for 5. Blankenship and Jobe met him in the middle of the field. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Philadelphia, they're trying not to give up a point. They haven't given up a single point in the first quarter of this entire season, and it looks like, barring a turnover, that might be the case in this one because they are definitely on their heels, and the Commanders' opening scripted drive has been pretty good. All right, 2nd down and 6. 11th play of this drive. It's eaten over 6 minutes of the clock. Howell in the gun. 3 receivers to the top. Takes a snap. Play fake. 4-man pressure. Howell steps up. Fires end zone. That's incomplete. He was looking for Dotson. And that was Jobe in coverage. Good pressure up the middle there. I believe it was Fletcher Cox that forced that throw, which is a little bit early, but good defense there by Jobe as well. Here we go. 3rd and 6. See what the enemy has drawn up. All right, 3rd down and 6. 12th play of the opening Commander drive. 8:58 to go, first quarter, 0-0. Howell in the gun. Gibson to his right. 4 receivers as McLaurin goes in motion. Eagles playing a soft coverage. That looked like a false start there by the Commanders. It was. That's going to be huge. 3rd and 6 become 3rd and 11.
All right, I've got nervous anticipation because I'm literally like a play behind, so I'm still hearing it, but I can't see it.
I can't tell who that was who ran it. The receiver was a little short there. Yeah, the receiver and the left tackle were both ones who jumped, so they'll back them up 5. They can still get a 1st down to make it 1st and goal, so we got to keep that in mind. It's not just 3rd and goal, it's 3rd and 11. But 3 versus 6, pretty big difference, and good chance here for Philadelphia to force that field goal. Let's see what they do. Cox, Carter, Reddick, and Sweat are your 4 defensive linemen here. Howell walks out into the gun. Gibson to his right. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. 4-man rush. Back goes Howell. Steps up. Here's a little bit of pressure. Howell's going to tuck it and run. He's got a little bit of room. Tries to stiff arm Cunningham. Unable to. Gets drug out of bounds after a gain of 5. There is a flag, though. This was not in the backfield, I don't think. I can't tell who this is on. They're showing me Nick Sirianni. This might be on Philadelphia. Nope. Oh, it is. Defensive holding. Automatic 1st down. Jeez.
Gosh.
They got Cunningham who made the tackle. Terrible. Terrible. All right, 1st and goal. That might have been a 6-point
Come
play right
on.
there.
Yep, that's tough. I'm just seeing the play now. MJ saying, Josh, you using YouTube package. Yeah, I got YouTube TV, but I think you do too, right, Thomas? Your YouTube TV? Yeah, we're just
that's
a
what I'm
play
on.
apart, and I can't seem to get it to refresh.
Howell, first and goal. Takes a snap. Turn, give. There's a Robinson up the middle. He's met at the 1. He had a chance there, but Blankenship plugged that hole. Be 2nd down and 1.
Gosh, really cost the penalty.
All right, 2nd down and goal. Could be interesting if Philadelphia's trailing this 1-7-0 after one drive. And half the first quarter already gone. Going to get a good look at Hurts with a little bit of adversity early where they've had leads early in these games. All right, here's play number 14 of the drive. Howell's going to go empty. 4 receivers and a tight end tight the formation. Now he motions Robinson across. Takes a snap, turn, give. That's a walk-in touchdown. There it is. That was Curtis Samuel on a jet sweep. And that is how the opening drive will end. And that was about as bad as the Eagle defense has looked all season long. And it's 6-0.
Gosh dang it.
All right, let's see what I can do in terms of trying to get to your level here.
Wait for quite a bit.
Yeah,
and I just saw him walk in for the touchdown. Man, that's brutal, though, with a holding call.
All right, I'm about to kick. I just refreshed, and they just kicked the extra point. It's good, and we are 7-0 here. Let me know if you have any more luck.
Okay, they're still showing the replay of the score.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm literally like 20, 30 seconds behind.
Okay, well. No, typical player. The Eagles have not had their first possession yet. That was the opening drive by the Commanders, 7-0. All right, commercial break. A lot of people watching us right now. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Try to get Josh's stream working here as he is really behind everybody right now. Hopefully it refreshes at some point. I just refreshed mine and it took me live. So we will see. We will see.
It would be nice. It would be nice if we could get this thing figured out.
I wonder if it's, internet connection, fine. It's just weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm going from a couple different ones too, and it's just not getting any faster.
All right, we're still in commercial break. So Jalen Hurts is going to have a first quarter deficit for the first time in all 4 games this year, as they have had leads. A lot of times it's 3-0, then 10-0. I think 16-0 in that first game against the Patriots, and now they're going to need to do something big here on this opening drive, and the defense has got to figure things out because they clearly were not ready for that offense, which did nothing last week against the Buffalo Bills, and yet walks right down the field against Philadelphia and looked pretty good doing it. Sam Howell was efficient, got the ball out quick, and that's how you beat the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. Move down the field, like you say, and then the holding call doesn't really ever come to one play, but that's a big holding call there, and give them extra life, then they obviously go down and score. So, yeah, we'll see if they can answer. Looks like Sean D. Sarcasm says, if Swift doesn't get 67 yards today, Thomas, you owe 10 push-ups for sure. I saw your bet, your take the over. What was it? Was it 67 or 65 and a half?
65 and a half. Yeah, I'd be a little surprised if they don't hit that. I'd be very surprised.
I would be too. But just so you know, you owe 10 push-ups if that doesn't actually hit. So
we got it down. Let's see what happens here. I'd be very, very surprised if that is the case. We need a blitz, says Backyard Birds Podcast. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Bob says, Thomas, just pause for a couple seconds. I can, but then we're gonna all be really behind. So I paused for a little bit. Let's see as they just get me back from commercial break right now.
Okay,
showing Howell on the sideline.
I've refreshed like 3 other times. I'm still in commercial break.
I'll refresh
we've had like 5 seconds, 10-second delays in games, but I've never had anything this. Like, this is by far the worst difference that we've had in. Okay, now I'm just back to the game, so it's probably 20-ish seconds.
Here comes the kickoff. There you go. Kickoff into the back of the end zone, and Scott was waiting for it, but it will go out the back of the end zone, and so here we will come back out for the Eagles' first possession. Nate says Swift is going over 100. Yeah, you would like to think. It's a tough defensive line, but if anyone can go over 100 against them, it should be Swift and the Eagles.
Yeah, you would definitely think so, especially with what he's been doing and the way the guys have been blocking up front.
All right, here we go. Hurts, Swift in the backfield, A.J. Brown, Goddard, and Smith. Remember, only 4 receivers active today with Watkins being out. Let's see what they're able to do here. First down and 10, Eagles opening drive. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, play fake. Really clean pocket, steps up, still looking, dumps off the middle, caught by DeAndre Swift across the 30, and he'll get 8, maybe 9 yards there, as that was a shot play, but I didn't like what we saw from the right side of the field where DeVonta Smith was holding down, and the Eagles have a second down and 1. Nice dump off there to DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, just about a play behind. I'm just seeing the catch here. But good way to start. You gain 9 yards there. I'm going to keep refreshing, seeing if this thing can work.
Second down and 2. Hurts, empty set here. Takes a snap, 5-man rush, steps up, throws right. That's caught. There's A.J. Brown at his bright pink cleats across the 40. Lowers the shoulder and gets to the 45. He was working on the rookie Forbes there. A nice pitch and catch. There's a first down Philadelphia and getting old number 11 involved early.
There you go. They're letting him wear the pink cleats, I guess.
Well, until they tell him to take it off. He wore those neon ones to start to see a game last week, so we'll see. All right. Second first down of the game for Philadelphia. Hurts in the gun from the 45-yard line. Takes a Swift. Turn give to DeAndre Swift. Takes a snap, gives a Swift. That goes nowhere. He might have lost a yard. That's Chase Young in the backfield, and there's your first run of the day, and DeAndre Swift gets a negative 1 yard. Alloy says, show us the game. I don't think you understand how YouTube works, Alloy. That's not something that we are able to do. No one's able to do that. So
we would love to, but yeah,
that'd be nice.
We're going to get in trouble for that.
Hurts in the gun on second down and 11. 3 receivers. Now they're going to jump. It's a false start. And they're going to get Landon Dickerson there. And what is a quiet Lincoln Financial Field. And someone who knows the snap count. Doesn't make a difference. So, second down and long now. All right, so Philadelphia, a little rusty, if that's the word you want to use. A little bit sloppy. Might be an even better one. We'll see if Brian Johnson dials up here on second down at 16.
Oh, that's a good point. Josh 8 says, doubt they say anything about his cleats today. It's Cancer Awareness Month.
Good
The
point.
refs' laces are the same color. Did not think about that. So, okay.
Good point.
All right.
There you go.
There you go.
5 entries into our jersey giveaway happening at the end of the third quarter. Hurts, empty set. 5 receivers. 4-man pressure. Hurts takes a snap, steps up, looks right, throws right. That's caught. There's DeVonta Smith's first catch of the day. He's across the 45 to maybe the 47. And that'll get a chunk of those 16 yards back, putting them in a third down and about 9. All right, here we go. Third down and 9. Let's see if they can convert here and give that Eagle defense a little bit more of a break after being, up and down the field with a 15-play scoring drive for the Commanders. All right, third down and 9. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. 2 receivers to the bottom. Hurts takes a snap. Delayed blitz coming. Steps up, throws. That's caught. A.J. Brown, he's got a first down and more across the 43-yard line and falls down at the 42. That was a delayed blitz. They brought everybody, and it was man coverage on A.J. Brown. Easy pitch and toss there, as he had a lot of opening there on the right side, and another good catch from A.J. Brown.
Let's go. Love to hear it.
First down.
I haven't seen it yet.
The 44-yard line. Hurts takes the snap, 4-man pressure. He's looking around the pocket, steps to his right. Now here comes some pressure. Now he dances to the front. Now he's going to run a little bit, slides at the original line of scrimmage. That was about 10 yards of running for no gain there. Be second down at 10. He might have had a chance at Dallas Goedert on the left side. I didn't see him, didn't find him. But unfortunately, not incomplete. Didn't really go for anything. Be second down at 10. Here's your first look at Kenny Gainwell in the shotgun next to Jalen Hurts to his left. They're going to put Swift out in the slot. So both running backs on the field right now for this depleted Eagle receiving core. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. Takes a snap, play fake. Now dumps it off to Swift on a little receiver screen there. He gets around a Zacchaeus block and then falls out of bounds for a gain of maybe 3 or 4. They wanted a face mask call, and they did get one. That's going to give the Eagles an extra 15.
Ooh, let's go. All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna just like abort this and then come back. So
Okay.
you'll see my screen go because I'm gonna just reset the internet and everything because this is
All right.
way too
I'm
far
going to go
behind.
solo. Let me know
Okay.
whenever you come back.
All right, I will.
All right, so Josh will be back with us shortly here. And it was let's say a minor face mask, but still technically a face mask. So first down and 10 for Philadelphia. And that'll move them up to the 21-yard line. So outside the red zone. Philly's been here a lot the first couple of games, especially on their opening drives, but have been unable to kick anything but field goals. Let's see what they do. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. Takes a snap. Turn gives Swift. Runs right side. Nice size hole. Still churning. And then tackled down for a gain of about 7. That moves them into the red zone for the first time today. Be second down and 3. That's a good move there. Running behind Juergens, who got to the second level. Finally got tackled from behind. And here comes a second down and 3. 9th play of the drive, taking 5 minutes off the clock. Hurts takes the snap. Here comes a screen right side to DeVonta Swift, and he is tackled in the backfield immediately by Davis. Juergens missed a block there, and that's going to be a loss of 4 or 5, and I think it's going to be probably third down and almost close to 10 after that one. That was tough. Yeah, Juergens did a really poor job blocking there. All right. Third down. Let's see what they can do here. 3rd and 6. Hurts in the gun. 4 receivers, including Dallas Goedert to the right. Here's a play fake. Looks right. Throws. Caught. There's Goedert for a first down. That was one of those RPOs they ran to perfection last season. 3rd and 6. They get 9. That's an Eagle first down to be first down and goal. Really good job by Jalen Hurts resetting the feet there, following the fake run to DeAndre Swift, and a great throw right on target to Dallas Goedert. A welcome sight in the red zone for 88. Here we go. First and goal. 2 minutes to go first quarter. Hurts standing in the gun. Hurts takes the snap. Turn gives Swift. Swift running right side. He puts his shoulder down. He gets about 4. It'll be second down and goals. We bring Josh back in here and see where Josh is at in terms of resetting everything. How are we looking?
I'm not great. I still think I'm about like 20 seconds. I don't know. So I saw whenever I was looking at it, there's 2 options: NFL Sunday Ticket, and then there's the Fox National broadcast. I can't
I'm on the
select
Fox
one
National.
of those.
Oh,
So maybe that's the difference because
that's probably it.
I don't know. I've just reset the router and everything, and it looks
Yep.
good speed wise. But
All right, I will go to the Sunday Ticket one to link up because, yeah, I'm on the Fox broadcast. Hurts takes a snap, turn give Gainwell. Wide open hole, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sorry, that was Swift, not Gainwell. That was a very easy drive and a very easy run there by DeAndre Swift, and Philadelphia answers that opening drive. That was good. That was really, really good.
big time.
All right, let's see if I can watch it on Sunday Ticket. That would
Oh gosh,
be
yeah. I just saw that, but yeah, just massive hole. I mean, continue
huge
just with the
hole.
blocking prowess there, but that's too easy. We love that. Yeah, Michael, we realize. I know we have delays. We're behind. I'm significantly behind. So it's, I guess, the challenge of 2 different markets and where that's going to be at. But yeah, we're significantly behind on the stream.
All right, I'm on the Sunday Ticket one now, and they are just about to go to break. They're showing Hurts on the sideline. Now they're showing the replay.
Okay.
And we have gone to commercial officially.
Okay, yeah. That's weird. I don't know. It's something with my connection. I thought it was one of those too, but I'm just now going to commercial.
All right, well, I'm just going to pause then. That way we can link up. So we will be behind now. If everyone else wants to pause, I think we have a really good choice besides that. All right, well, we'll link up on the other side of this one. All right. Okay, well, hey, they answered. There's an opening drive touchdown. You got to like that from Philadelphia. Been something they've really struggled at a lot on these first couple of drives through the first 3 games of the season. The fact they're able to jump on one there real quick is promising, especially the Eagles defense can settle down a little bit here.
Yes, definitely. And I think you answered it too. I mean, again, I was kind of watching sporadically here and there on the plays, but getting to see it, there's a chance that all of a sudden they're a little shaky during that drive, but being able to answer and then go down and score, get it back on the board 7-7, that's a great way to start. And then, we just need to see a little bit more from the defense because quite honestly, the Commanders did kind of just move methodically down the field with the exception of the holding call that continued it. But, you kind of kept up with it.
Quick reminder here, we're giving away a Eagles jersey of your choice happening at the end of the third quarter. A bunch of people have already done super chats. That's how you do it. Just do a super chat. $1 is one entry, $10 10 entries, so on and so forth. Be sub to both channels, and then you have a chance to hopefully win one Eagle jersey this afternoon in either midnight green or in black. Davis, Carter, popular ones, but one of your choice, as long as it's in stock, we're going to go ahead and get it for you, happening a little bit later on today.
There you go. Be looking good.
Checking in on some of the other scores happening right now. Dolphins, Bills 7-7. Broncos 7-0 over the Bears in the battle of the worst teams in the league. Ravens 7-0 over the Browns. Bengals, Titans are knotted up to end the first quarter 3-3. Rams already up 14-0 on the Colts. Saints 3, Bucks 0. And then you have the Vikings who are down 7-0 as the Panthers have had first and goal with the ball here, and they're trying to make it 14-0. Texans early on the Steelers 7-0 as well. So we got a couple of interesting scores that are already happening from the quote-unquote underdog teams. Philadelphia knotted up right now with Washington as they're showing me my Fox Super 6 bet right now, Josh, as we're coming back from commercial break.
Hey, there you go. I'm just let's see, just now coming back, so I can let you know once we get back to the game clock or the play clock to sync up.
All right, I'm going to pause some more here. See if we can sync up better. Giving me some Landon Dickerson on the sideline right now. All right, the kick is up and out the back of the end zone, and out will come the Eagle defense for the second time today.
All right. Okay, I'm just seeing the kickoff through the back, so I will let you know again once I got the game clock going here.
All right. They're giving me a wide shot of the Commander huddle right now. Jordan Davis back in the game right now for Philadelphia on this first down play. Howell coming off that opening drive, 4 for 6, 50 yards. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. Here we go. Howell walks to the line.
Yep, I've got 23, 22, 21, 20,
12,
19,
11.
18.
Okay. Jeez. All right, we will fix that after this play. Howell in the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to do a give right side. And he's going to squirt through 2 holes there and get across the 35. That's a gain of 11. A Slay finally brings him down. There's a big first down run with the Commanders. They've had some good rushing so far early. That was Antonio Gibson. All right, they're showing me the replay right now. Missed tackle.
Okay, yep.
Couldn't tell who it was. I think it was actually Jordan Davis.
Yep.
It was. He
Jordan
had a chance
Davis
there.
Tackle.
And Edmonds got caught up in the McLaurin block there. So, all right. Replay just about ended. 14 on the play clock. 13-12.
All right. I'm just back. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. We good?
No, I had to pause even more. There's a delay play, a delayed draw up the middle. That's be a gain of about a yard. So we'll see if we're synced up now. 39, okay. 38, 37 on my play clock.
Yep, we're good.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right. Final play of the first quarter here.
All right. 7-7. I mean, it's okay. Apologies to those that were experiencing technical difficulties. I don't know what's happened, so I'll take the blame if you're, for the stream here and why we're so behind. But 7-7.
All right.
It's got a quick first quarter, honestly.
That was really quick. Well, he had two long drives. You get one possession out of each one. Hurts, though, 7 for 7 for 49 yards. Clutch on third down. Easy rushing touchdown. It was a good opening drive by the Eagles, and now it's a matter of this defense figuring things out here. They've had some tough times with Commander offenses over the years.
Yeah, always with a divisional matchup. I mean, regardless of who it is, it seems like divisional. Sometimes you can have some challenges. I guess the Giants not so much, but still, a divisional game is what it is. But to your point, I mean, yeah, with the Commanders, they have kind of the script or the MO. Usually seems to be challenging games, which was a little bit, just interesting when you're looking at the spread, because it was Eagles like -9 or 9.5. So you're thinking, wow, that's a significant number considering the way these teams usually play. But it's early. It's 7-7. I think if you can settle down, kind of stop that rushing attack, and keep what you're doing, obviously, for the first drive of the game. So we'll see if they can keep that up. Apparently, I owe 10 push-ups as well, though. There's for the apology of being behind. It doesn't matter. So appreciate that, Sean.
Appreciate all you guys are watching right now. We're almost to 100 likes between both shows. If you guys go ahead and hit the like button, we greatly appreciate that. Devil's Milk says we're a little behind. You could always pause y'all's TV and sync up. That's how I would do it right now, since we are now we're about a play behind now. So if you pause your TV for a play, you'll sync up with us. I'm still in commercial break.
Yep, same here. All right, let's see if you'd get something dialed up here. I want to get him down in distance. I think you got to get him behind the sticks and force Sam Howell to actually do something.
Still a commercial. Yeah, this is the end of the first quarter. Extra long commercial. Squeeze in some more commercial sales for old Fox. They're taking forever. There we go. Just came back. Looks like Landon Dickerson drawn on the old surface.
There you go. Yep. I'm seeing that as well.
All right, here we go. All you.
All righty. Second quarter. Here we go. As we've got a super chat from Stoner for 10. Let's go. I'm hearing that, and I got you down for the 10 as well. As we are going to begin the second quarter with Sam Howell in the gun. He's going to take the snap, fake handoff, rolling out to the right, looking down the field, goes underneath to McLaurin, catches it for a gain of 5 before he's run out of bounds by Slay. So you'll pick up about 5, brings up a 3rd and 4.
Chance to get off the field. That'd be nice. It feels like you get Howell behind, like you said, not only the line to gain, get him in 3rd down and longs, but also get him in a situation where Philadelphia can start really bringing some blitzes and getting to the passer, make him turn the ball over a little bit. Eagles offense needs to jump onto a lead here. See if they can get off the field, though, defensively.
Would love to see that, yes. As there's 9 on the play clock, 3rd and 4, Howell in the gun, directing traffic. He's got, looks like Robinson to his right, takes the snap, 4-man rush, has a little time, now feels a little bit of pressure, fires over the middle, wide open, caught by McLaurin at the 40, now up to the 35 before he's finally brought down by Blankenship and a massive gain. It just sat there really in the empty zone, wide open.
Hope you started Terry McLaurin in your fantasy leagues, boys and girls, because he is having a huge day right now. And you mentioned it. They had both Nolan Smith back there in coverage next to Slay, and both went for the guy who was closer in the flat, and Howell went right over the top of both of them and right into the waiting arms of McLaurin. That was 20 plus. That's a little... McLaurin's been the guy so far.
Yeah, 4 catches for probably around 57-ish yards, somewhere around there. Howell now in the gun, takes a snap, another fake handoff, looking deep. He's going to take a shot. It's McLaurin, and it is, nope, it's not a McLaurin. Overthrown, incomplete for Brown. Thought he was going for McLaurin. There's a flag, though.
Jumped offside there. I think that's going to be an offsides.
I think you're right.
Yep.
See what the call is here.
Yep. They got Nolan Smith.
Well, I mean, you're seeing a little more Nolan Smith. That's not the way that you want to see Nolan Smith or hear his name called, but brings up a 1st and 5, and they had a free shot there. Is Howell 6 for 8, 79 yards so far. I mean, he's not really been pressured or forced to do too much, and you're not asking for it when you're getting freebies like that. 1st and 5, Howell in the gun, empty set. Takes the snap, 4-man rush, little pressure, fires over the middle, has a man, it's caught, complete, down to the 4-yard line, and a flag that probably is going to be on the defense, bringing it 1st and goal from probably the 2, Logan Thomas.
Wow, this defense is getting absolutely shredded. They have no pressure on Sam Howell. An offensive line that gave up almost 10 sacks last week to the Bills. Nobody came close there, as Howell just kind of sidestepped Milton Williams and threw it beautifully right in the waiting arms of their tight end Thomas, who was working on Reed Blankenship. And listen, they're going to get Edmonds here for helmet to helmet. That's not helmet to helmet at all. Edmonds lowers the left shoulder and hits him in the chest. I'd be surprised there on that being a legit call, but extra 3 yards to gain, 4 yards to gain. It's not like he's going to get a lot of extra stuff there.
It's not going to help the yardage, and I mean, I don't think it should have been a penalty. The second look kind of looks like it is helmet. Yeah. But he's not trying to. I mean, it's a bang play. So 1st and goal though at the 1.5 yard line. Howell in the gun. Robinson to his left. He'll take the snap. 4-man rush. Looking, pressured, fires up the middle. Ball.
Yeah.
It's incomplete. Oh my gosh. Terrell Edmonds had a chance in the end zone. It literally hit him in the hands. Howell was pressured. I couldn't tell. Did you see who got the pressure on him?
Yeah, it's Brandon Graham. What is Terrell Edmonds doing here? BG had him. It was BG and I think it was Jalen Carter, actually. And that hit Terrell Edmonds literally right in his hands, and it was Jalen Carter.
I mean, I think I could say I would have caught that. I mean, that was just up for grabs. That's not a bullet. That's not. I mean, that is literally right there, hits him in the hands. That's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Okay, well, 2nd and goal from the 1.5 yard line. They'll try it again. Howell takes the snap, handoff to Robinson, cuts up left, breaks a tackle, still not down, but the Eagles finally wrap it.
He fumbled!
The ball's down there, and there's
the Commanders got it
here. I think the Commanders have it.
They got it.
You got to be kidding me. That is ridiculous. 2 straight plays like that. You have a chance for a interception, which would have negated any of this, and then he fumbles right before he's in.
Yeah, Commanders have it.
Looks like McLaurin recovered it.
Yep.
Touchdown. So if you had him in fantasy, there you go. There's your even more.
Wow.
Good gosh.
Who had a shot at it? It was Job, who got run over.
Job, and then Morrow strips him. Yep. And then BG is right there, but it kind of falls over his head.
Goodness gracious. Gosh, like you said, back-to-back plays where you have a chance to get out here and, flip this really impressive drive of the Commanders on its head, and they can't convert on either. So it is a touchdown.
Man, that is just a missed opportunity. Wow. No doubt.
Wow. Yeah,
I just realized
he tried to get his arm in there. Couldn't do it.
Yep.
All right, for those of you who are crying in the chat right now, it's still early. Let's calm down a little bit here. Offense has not been stopped yet. Jeez.
Still early. That's a little bit of a deflator, just for the way it happened. But I agree with you. I mean, there's plenty of time. But you got to be kidding me. The fact that Edmonds can't get that pick, the fumble doesn't bother me as much. I mean, yes, it was up for there, but that was just everyone scrum for the football kind of lucky bounce. But that interception, I mean, it shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have had that last play.
Yeah, and the fact that Philadelphia's defense is just getting walked up and down the field right now. I mean, they're doing absolute nothing in terms of getting stops here, as the extra point is up and good, so that gets it to 14-0. Philly's offense, I mean, they're going to come back out here with a chance to hopefully do well, but geez, talk about defensively really, really struggling after a week where they were really impressive against the Bucs. It's crazy how the NFL goes week to week.
Never can count on it. It always changes.
Jeez. You hate to say it, but you can't get bailed out on a terrible drive defensively where Edmonds catches that interception, the fumble happens, and feel good about it, right? You'd feel lucky. Now Philadelphia punched in the mouth both times here defensively. The defense has got to get up to the sideline. Decide needs to get these guys together and make sure that they calm down a little bit, because for whatever reason, they are greatly, greatly struggling.
Yeah, they definitely need to regroup for sure. You're kind of letting them march down the field, and whether it's the open zone like we saw in that one play, or you're just giving up some yards on the ground game, which I don't think we expected as much with this offensive line, or this reworked offensive line of the Commanders. But so far, I mean, you mentioned it earlier, Sam Howell having a decent amount of time. Like, he did get pressured on that one pick opportunity, but you don't come up with the interception for Edmonds there. And overall, I mean, it's just not exactly what you'd want to see or expect from this game going into it. So still early. Again, I think the silver lining is the Eagles are going to get the ball. It's going to be their second possession. But on the defensive side, it's not been, I guess certainly if you compare it to what Tampa looked like, it's nothing like that.
Super chat here from Josh H. 5 entries into our jersey giveaway happening at the end of the third quarter. Still a great defensive play. They didn't capitalize, but they knocked the ball out. True. And the Eagles did that last week with the knockout of the running back for the Bucs. And so, yeah, you like to see it, but you like to see them actually maybe not get walked up and down the field for another 10-play scoring drive like you just saw there for the second straight time. I don't know if it's either that the Commanders embarrassed last week against the Buffalo Bills. They come out swinging very, very well. They see something the Eagles are doing defensively that they can expose. Who knows? But right now, Desai, who was the strong coordinator of the two young ones the past 2 weeks, has looked a lot worse so far today.
Yeah, definitely immediate reaction or just takeaway from it, which could be a little bit of an overreaction because it's so early. But yes, we're talking about nothing similar to what we've seen in the past. So you got to give him a little bit of credit. Think that there's some adjustments because I think that's the one thing that we thought about or talked multiple times for on this show and several others is the adjustments or the lack of adjustments from the previous coordinator. So there's still time to just figure out something that the Commanders are doing or the lack of what Desai is drawing up and need to figure out how to stop it.
All right, looks like we're just coming back from the commercial here.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
Got you there.
All right.
Okay.
7 plays, 75-yard scoring drive. Jeez. Howell's had his moments. I mean, they looked terrible last week, but besides that, Howell, the comeback against the Denver Broncos was great in the second half. He's not been bad.
He hasn't, and he said, give him credit in his presser. He said he's going to play like the real him this week. He said last week was a fluke. You're probably going to say that for most guys, but he's proved it so far. It's early in the second quarter, but showing a little Jalen Carter on the sideline, he's not too happy about that.
He's looked good, though, so far. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles went right down the field in their opening drive. Let's see what they can do here.
All right. 1st and 10, ball at the 25. Jalen Hurts in the gun. He's 7 for 7 on the game, 49 yards. He's going to take the snap, fake handoff to Swift. He's got a 4-man pressure, fires to the right side, incomplete, out of bounds. Had Brown was the intended target, but threw it out of bounds with Forbes in coverage.
I couldn't tell. It looked like the ball came out of Jalen Hurts' hands a little strange. Can't really for sure tell there. But, incomplete. Cannot go 3 and out here. That's for sure. You could not go 3 and out.
No, not at all. It did look odd, though, to your point. The way that came out was a little strange. But here we go. 2nd and 10. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. Takes the snap. Fake handoff over the middle. He has man A.J. Brown complete for the first down and for a little bit more up to the 40 before he's brought down. So a gain of 15 yards. First down up to the 40-yard line.
Here's A.J. Brown on a slant. I mean, this is textbook stuff. This is what Philadelphia did best all last year. One-on-one against the corner. Hard to stop. Jeez, it's hard to stop. It's like peak Michael Thomas during his slant days was this difficult. It feels like we're back to that here with A.J. Brown. Really good.
One of the most effective plays. I say you just keep going into it. 1st and 10 to the 40. Hurts in the gun, empty set. He's going to take the snap. 4-man rush. Looking over the middle. Has Smith complete for a 5-yard gain. Smitty makes the catch. Just got in with the zone. Little curl route. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He was the big man last year against the Washington Commanders. Always has really good games. They found A.J. Brown a little bit more so far. I think Smith's second catch, but, take 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Maybe a nice running opportunity here for Philadelphia.
Yep, 2nd and 5. Be interesting to see. I don't think it'll affect him, but DeVonta Smith was sick earlier in the week. Missed a few practices, but should be good. I don't think any of the reports is Hurts takes the snap, gives to Swift up the middle, forces through, pushes past some guys, almost up to the marker, going to be a little short. Brings up a 3rd and inches.
And do we have our first brotherly shove coming up here? I think we might, because it's 3rd down and, literally, like you said, 4 or 5 inches.
I don't know why you wouldn't. It would be stupidity to me if you line up and run anything else. Especially after Jack Del Rio said. I know we both did shows about that, but Del Rio hates the play, but they're not going to. It's in the gun, handoff to Swift, and I'm not sure he got it. He tried to push up there through the middle, but that was right there at the mark. They'll probably measure it here, but I don't know that he did. And that to me, again, why are you not doing it? If you're going to go for it, you could think you could go for it, but yeah, it's going to be short. They're not even measuring.
All right, well, you know what you got to do here. Here you go. Let's see how the Commanders prep for it.
Blatantly obvious. Yes, this is for sure going to be the QB sneak. So there's and the Commanders are trying to do just about the same type of defensive alignment as well. They've got everyone piled up there. Hurts is going to take the snap and be pushed. He's got it. He's got it for the first down. There's a flag as Chase Young jumped onto the pile late. That may be on him there, but
Terrible
little
camera angle. Hard to tell.
I think he got it. I'm pretty positive that extra push. He Hurts initially looked like he was stopped, but then the extra push at the end. But there was a flag, and Chase Young, you talk about the Chris Sims, kill the quarterback comments and, go after the quarterback. But Chase Young jumped on late and went after Jalen. So I don't know what they're going to call here.
Offsides. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Offsides on the offense.
On 60, on Lane Johnson? 69. Wow. All right, so then you got a punt now.
Wow, that's incredible.
You're telling me the Commanders aren't offsides? The guy's touching the football. Goodness gracious.
That doesn't make sense. Joe Davis in the broadcast is saying that's going to be an emphasis across the league. Apparently, the other teams have sent it to the league of watch out for Dickerson. Maybe he's lining up a little bit offsides, but come on, that's ridiculous. To your point, you look at everyone in the lineup there. You could call it on tons of players.
Yeah. Well, that's one way for the league to outlaw it without outlawing it legally. You can start calling a bunch of dumb penalties on it. So, darn, you got a punt. Drive killer.
Yep.
Now the Eagle defense has got to come back out again. It's terrifying.
Yeah, yep. Here you go. As Sean said, the NFL trying to stop the play. Here it is, guys. Yeah, could be.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty obvious for what you're seeing there. But
it looked like Deron Payne's hand was touching the football.
Yeah.
Touching the football.
So close to it right there. But all right, you got to look at your punter here. Braden Mann takes the snap, gets the punt away, and a terrible punt.
Goodness gracious.
It is fair caught at the 20-yard line. A 36-yard punt. That was awful. I mean, that saying a 36-yard punt, but it's not inside the 20 and not great. I know there was speculation of, hey, the Birds worked out Luke. Is it Luke Locker? I don't know how to say his last name. He's from Oregon State, but they worked out the punter there, and it was like, hey, Commanders have Tressway, who's a left-footed punter, but it may be more than that if Braden Mann keeps this up.
Gotta love the Eagles having punting issues, thinking they fixed the punting issues, and then suddenly, at least for this one punt, first of the day, didn't seem to be the case right now.
Yeah, that was terrible. I mean, we got a very close-up angle, and for everyone watching the Fox broadcast, I'm sure you did too, but it's like they're showing Braden Mann, but there's some punts that just come off the foot. You don't even need to see the wide angle. You could tell it was a terrible punt as soon as they got it away, and then they show where the angle was. That's just terrible. Why is it? It just feels like no matter who we get, and not that Braden Mann was like the massive, acquisition, but still, it's like, oh, hey, maybe it'll be better. So far, he's got a 38-yard punt in his first game and a 36-yard punt in his second game. Neither have been great, and now you're going to ask the defense to come back out on the field for the Eagles, and has not looked like they can stop the Commanders for a drive yet.
Well, there's always this drive here. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys watching with us today. Be sure to give the show a like. We'd appreciate that. Trying to get to 150 likes. We're at 454 right now, 111 right now. I always mentioning at the end of the third quarter, we're giving away the Eagles jersey of your choice, whether in midnight green or in black. Drop a super chat to get entered in right now, as we're going to finish up the super chats again into the third quarter and randomly draw using our magic spinner wheel, and the winner gets Eagles jersey of their choice shipped to their house. Pretty cool stuff.
There you go. Still debating on which one I would go to.
Yeah, David Conroy says it's his birthday. David, happy birthday.
Hey, there you go. Happy birthday.
Ohanami family says, can Jake Elliott punt? Eagle Ray says Thomas could punt it further. Maybe. 36 yards is not that far. Not that far.
That's true. It's not that impressive. If he'd gotten it inside the 20, then you could go, it's a little bit more of a placement. But that was literally like, what are you doing? We've got some other scores around the league. It looks like the Vikings got back within 3, 10-7 Panthers. Still a little bit of a surprise that the Panthers are leading, although the Vikings, I don't know what they're doing. They're 0-3. They had a must-win, I think, really even when they played us, but certainly last week against the Chargers, and then we'll see how that goes. But
Kirky threw a pick 6 is what happened there.
Oh, there you go. Well, that helps. That helps the cause for the Panthers, but all right, Commanders with the ball, though, now at the 21-yard line, 10-14 in the second quarter. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, handoff to Robinson up the right side, cuts back to the middle, nowhere to go, and he stopped immediately. Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox for the tackle.
There you go. There's your first, really negative play by the Commanders in about a drive and a half. They had one nice stop for a run at the third play of the game. That was some good internal pressure, good internal penetration. You get Sam Howell to second down and long versus the usual second down and short they've had so far this game.
Love to see it. Like you said, not really seen too much of that. So we will take it. 2nd and 10. Howell's going to be in the gun. 13 on the play clock. He's got Robinson to his right. He'll take the snap, look left, wide receiver screen, caught, nowhere to go. Eagles finally wrestle him down. Did pick up about a yard, but
there you go.
4 or 5 Eagles on the tackle there. I think that was, I couldn't actually tell who that was on the receiver.
Looked like, a receiver. Job was in there getting through his blocker and making a stop. But this would be the longest third down the Commanders have had all game long. 3rd down and 8. And right now they're giving you the 2022 Week 10 stats where the Commanders had like 40 minutes of possession time. They ran the ball for over 200 yards. That's how they beat Philadelphia their lone time last year. And, it's been similar so far. Here's 3rd down and 8.
Here we go. Could the Eagles be getting a sack? Let's see. 3rd and 8. And a little pressure. Howell's being blitzed. And he's sacked. We got a sack. It is, who is it? Nicholas Morrow.
All right.
Nicholas Morrow with the sack. And it's going to bring up a punt, 4th down. And I appreciate some of the spoilers in the chat because I could figure out who that was. I know we're behind, but just maybe pause a little bit if we can. We'd appreciate it.
I scrolled up in the chat, so I don't see the most recent ones. That's how.
It's probably not a bad idea.
How you do it for people who want to spoil.
Yeah.
All right. Although we are so screwed, comments don't look so great now. If the Eagle defense versus the 3 and out. What do you know? We're not total trash, huh?
Nope. That is true.
People are crazy.
Okay. It's sometimes, hey, it's easy to get a little hyped up for these Eagles game. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, a little early. Forcing a punt, 4th and 16.
All right, let's see what Covey can do here.
Gets the punt away. Yep. And Covey looking for it, trying to shield his eyes from the sun. Does make the catch. Now going to try to return up to the 40. Pushes up past to the 43, 44, about a gain of 6 or 7 yards. So it'll be good field position for Jalen Hurts in the offense. Let's see if they can come back out and get it tied back up. But there you go. First sack of the game for the Eagles, Nicholas Morrow.
Bob Connor with a $10 super chat getting in our jersey giveaway. He says, let's go Eagles. We appreciate that, Bob. Been commenting, watching the game with us. You got 10 entries for your chance to win the either midnight green or black jersey of your choice. So stay tuned for the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to go ahead and randomly draw for the winner there via our spinner wheel. Appreciate that super chat, though. Let's go Birds.
Got you down. It's amazing what a stop does. It's amazing what a 3 and out and a sack does for the psyche of the game. You just start to feel like, it's a little concern. Tons of time, but being able to actually see it there and get a little pressure on Howell. You always wonder too. For a guy that he was sacked 9 times last week against Buffalo, the turnovers, everything else, as with pretty much every quarterback, it's like you start to feel a little pressure. Are you starting to see some ghosts and just mess up the mentality of the quarterback? It's always good to get to him early. The Eagles hadn't been able to do that at all till just then, but hopefully you kind of see that create more. And I just love the fact they decide blitz because we don't see too many blitzes from Desai. It's just a pressure with the 4-man front, but he decided, hey, let's go for it there.
Love to see it on 3rd down. Here's another 5 entry from Josh H for our jersey giveaway. Maybe behind, but watching any live stream is behind. That's very true, which is why you could pause your TV for about 10 seconds and link up with us if you want to mute the TV and listen to us or vice versa. So we agree, but we appreciate the super chat there. Get you some more entries into our jersey giveaway happening in about a quarter and a half right now, I think is our official time frame. So got to like that.
Yep. Got you down.
Eagles were driving on that second offensive possession. If it were not for, let's all be a sketchy call there on the push, because I'm retweeting something on my Twitter account right now showing that the nose tackle's hand was underneath the football there on that tush push, and yet the Eagles were flagged for offsides. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for the next tush push.
Yep. It was a point of emphasis, especially whenever Jack Del Rio is going to bring it up and say, yeah, well, it should be illegal. Yeah. It's not being officiated that way, but it's not a football play. It's a good rugby play, but yeah. Okay, cool. It's obviously something they're trying to do, but I don't know. It feels like it's just a matter of time. As much as I think it's perfectly acceptable, when any team can go out there and run it, it just feels like the way this is snowballing that the league, and we saw the refs call there, which I'm, biased, but I don't agree with the call of the offsides on Dickerson. So I don't know. I don't know how long this keeps up, but not many teams like it.
All right. Back from commercial. They got great field position from the 45. Let's see what they do here.
Here we go. Hurts is in the gun. Looks like he's got, is that Gainwell to his left? Kind of hard to see who's behind him. Yep, Gainwell. Okay, now in motion to the right, takes the snap, four-man pressure, had a little pressure up the middle. Hurts now running to the upside, looking deep. Now he's going to tuck it and run, tries to break a tackle, and he's brought down at the 45. So a gain of 1 or 2 yards brings up a 2nd and 8.
Eagles had to face a spy that time by the Commanders. I think he was 25 for Washington. Sit back there and spied Hurts. He did a great job getting away from the pressure. No one opened down the field, but, positive yards there and a good play by the Commander defense.
Yep, able to get a little bit of pressure. Good on Hurts, too, to kind of escape it there. But like you say, wasn't able to really shake the tackle to gain more than just a couple yards. So it brings up a 2nd and 8, 7:15 on the game clock in the second quarter. Eagles trailing the Commanders 14-7. As Hurts is in the empty set, 3 on the play clock. He will take the snap, dropping back, four-man pressure, little pressure up the front, and he's sacked. Chase Young. Chase Young just blew right past Mailata, got a hand on him, and brought him down for the sack.
There's their mashup to watch all game long as Mailata going up against Chase Young. Mailata had one of the highest PFF grades in recent tackle history just a couple of weeks ago, and yet right there, he hangs on for a little bit here, but Hurts has a hard time getting the ball off because he's kind of grabbed and then grabbed again. He holds on the ball, though, but another 3rd down and long for this Eagle offense.
Gosh, yep, you're right. Mailata had been good. I mean, it's one play at Chase Young. He made a great play there. But 3rd and 13, Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, 3-man pressure. Chase Young is spying. Deep shot left, though. He's got DeVonta Smith, and he overthrows it incomplete. He was DeVonta Smith on a deep crosser to the left, and incomplete. 4th and 13 now. Going to bring up a punt.
All right, here comes a 3-and-out for Philadelphia. He had a chance. I mean, it looked like Smith was open. He was running out of room running to the left side there, but, oh, man.
Yeah, he had a decent amount of time. I mean, the Commanders decided to go with a 3-man pressure and Chase Young kind of dropping back in that QB spy, but yeah, just overthrew DeVonta Smith, not really giving anyone a shot to make a play there. So, gosh, you had to see that too, with that great field position. So 4th and 13, Braden Mann back out. Let's see if he can have a little better punt here, force the Commanders back, takes the snap, gets the punt away, and is going to be caught. Plenty of time at the 15, room to return up to the 20, to the 25, pushed up to the 26 or 27. That was another terrible punt, line drive punt with ample time for the defender or the returner to get that up there. So now it's back to normal field position or good field position for the Commanders. That is a terrible, terrible series of events.
A couple of comments asking about the running attack. Yeah, Philadelphia, no runs on that drive besides the Jalen Hurts, not designed quarterback run. And you don't like to see any drive where DeAndre Swift doesn't touch the football once. Let's just say that. He's been running the ball well, even against this stout defensive front for the Commanders. But in that case, they decided not to and punt as a result of it. And now the defense has to come back out there and make sure they keep the score within 1 touchdown as we get closer to the end of the second quarter.
Yep, you're needing to make a play. I mean, it kind of felt like that was the sense of taking over there at about midfield. You got a shortened field position there, at least get down into scoring range. But the fact that you don't do anything on that, and Wojak Horseman says, "What's up with Hurts running all that space in a one-on-one? He gets 1 yard." I mean, he's not going to win them all. It was a good play by the defender, but it still did seem like in other instances we've seen Hurts make that play or be able to have a guy or elude a guy. But yeah, I mean, you don't get that. You get the sack given up by Mailata. Credit to Chase Young. I mean, the Commanders' D-line is no joke. I mean, we know that, and they had 0 sacks against Buffalo, so I'm sure they had a point to prove coming into this game. But I mean, overall, it's just been a little lackluster and slow effort from the Eagles. So yeah, there's hopefully get a stop here and get back on the board, tie it up. But there's a couple areas now. We were just mentioning before with just being the defense, but you get the ball as the offense in great field position and don't do anything with it. That's not a good recipe for success, as we all know.
Bears are starting to run away from the Broncos 21-7 as Cole Kmet has a second touchdown, who I benched on my fantasy team today. You always love to see that. Buffalo
Ooh, man.
21-14 over the Dolphins. Ravens 7-3 over the Browns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting today for Deshaun Watson. He's already thrown a pick. Titans 10-3 over the Bengals following a Tannehill touchdown pass. And maybe route of the day, the Rams have just scored again. It's 21-0 on the road against the Colts. Bucks 7-3. Baker Mayfield got hurt in that one. Keep an eye on his lower body. And Panthers still leading 10-7 over the Vikings. Steelers 13-0 down to the Texans.
Look at that. Yeah, that's a little surprising on a couple scores there. I mean, Texans have been, I'd say, a little better. They're 1-2, obviously, but been better than what I would have expected. As they're showing in the broadcast here, you see Mama Kelsey and the State Farm guy.
Jake.
Is that Jake? Jake? Yeah, I was just saying.
From State Farm. Yeah, how about that?
That's pretty good.
All right, let's see what this defense can do here. Welcome in 550 of you guys watching right now. If you dropped a like, hit the like button, buckle in for this Eagle defensive possession to try to get a stop.
Here we go. As Howell takes the snap, roll left, fires left side, caught, complete up to almost first down, 2nd and 2. Dotson with the grab. And maybe 2nd and 1. May have given him a little extra yard.
Working on Bradbury right there. They showed Hassan Reddick, which is our first Hassan Reddick sighting. He, again, has done very little so far this game, despite claiming to be a lot healthier without the cast on his thumb and that thumb surgery back in August. He needs to do something. He's got to get a sack this game. He has to get a sack. 4 games in now without one.
You would think so. You definitely need to see it. Howell under center now. Single back, handoff to Robinson, cuts up right side, breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. A gain of about 3 or 4, pushes past Cox. And it'll be the ball, I think, at the 30, is that the 34?
Yeah.
The 37, sorry.
Yeah. Jordan Davis had a chance. It was a small chance, but had a chance to kind of clog that hole. He got the arm tackle run through by Robinson. 5:10 to go. I mean, Philadelphia is going to try to get the ball one more time before half. Hopefully, maybe 2 if they get a quick stop or a turnover. Get the ball at the end of the half, though, but got to get off the field right here.
1st and 10, 4:58 on the game clock. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, has a man over the middle, complete. Logan Thomas brought down by Blankenship, but a 5-yard gain. Just easy, wide open route there. Quick in.
Second time they've gotten Thomas across the middle. First one was for like 20 yards. That one slows down to about 7. They'll give him 6. But Howell's been great. 9 of 12, 117. Hasn't made a bad throw yet today. Getting the ball out quickly. Doing what the Commanders do on the road in Philadelphia, and that is play well and keep it close.
Here you go. 2nd and 14, or 2nd and 4, 4:22 on the game clock. Howell in the gun. Fake handoff. Eagles bring delayed blitz. Howell taking a deep shot over the middle, and he's going to overthrow Terry McLaurin with Job in coverage.
I can't tell if there was a little bit of pressure up Howell's face mask to make him not be able to really get behind this throw. I mean, that's Job trying to hand him off a little bit there. No, sorry. He was just Job the entire time. And honestly, did a pretty good job. And it looked like Fletcher Cox got his hand on Howell's arm.
All right, they got there to him. A little bit of a delayed blitz on that side, but that was a good, fortunate stop. McLaurin had maybe a step on Job. It wasn't like he was severely deep, but still taking a deep shot there with McLaurin. 3rd and 4, 4 on the play clock. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Trying to look over the middle. He's got him in wide open. Complete up to the 35-30. Pushed out of bounds finally at the 22-yard line is Brown. And that is I don't know, either that's blown coverage or finding the open spot in the zone. I couldn't tell, but that is another wide open reception.
Super clean pocket. Darius Slay's the man in coverage here, whether it's his fault or not. He's about 5 yards trailing Brown. Jeez. So to me, I mean, the secondary is one thing. The lack of pressure is what's unbelievable right now. That Philadelphia's had 0 pressure on Sam Howell this entire game after the Buffalo Bills had pressure every single snap last week in Washington. And here's another 5-play drive and a chance to go up double digits on Philadelphia.
Wojak Horseman, this feels like too much like last year's loss, death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, it's early, but yeah, it's starting to feel like that. 3:24 in the second quarter. Time taken. Jalen Carter on the field. Commanders up 14-7. Howell in the gun. takes the snap, handoff Robinson, going up the right side, trying to push, but
There you go.
he's not going to be able to go. Actually, wow, he does actually push for a yard or two. He was dead to rights, kind of 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, gets a couple of yards out of that. They're showing a Bucs score now on the highlight. So Bucs retake the lead 7-3 against the Saints. I think that might have been a little old.
It was just a tad old there.
Saw that a little, mentioned that a little earlier. Okay, right. 2:45 on the game clock. Commanders have 3 timeouts, as do the Eagles. 10 on the play clock here. Howell with a in shotgun at the 19 of Philly. Takes the snap, 4-man pressure, looking to his right, finds the guy in the flat. It's Robinson, pushed out of bounds immediately by Cunningham, and that is a gain of nothing.
All right. 3 is a massive difference from 6. Remember the opening drive, Philadelphia chance got the field. Zach Cunningham had a hold on 3rd down that was a negative play. Now, if they get off the field here, you're at worst 17-7 versus 21-7, and you have a 2-minute drive potential for Philadelphia. Although the Commanders do not have to run a play here if they want to waltz it all the way down to the 2-minute warning, and I think that they're going to.
Yep, looks like they're not going to do anything. So get the 2-minute warning. Commanders up 14-7. They'll have the ball at the 19, a 3rd and 8 coming up with teams with both timeouts. I mean, so to your point, if the Birds can get a stop here, you hopefully you'd assume they'd make the field goal, but let's say they do. You're down 10, but you have plenty of time. You'll have 3 timeouts to try to go back and answer before the half. But it's I don't know, it's not the worst thing, I suppose. You hate to give up any points. So we'll see what they can do coming out of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, they forced the 1 3 and out, and then the rest of the way it's been methodical drives, and they aren't running the ball well. They're throwing the ball very well against this Eagle defense, and part of it, I think, is the fact that the Eagles aren't getting a lot of pressure. I mean, 1 or 2 decent plays by Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox to get at least a body in front of Sam Howell, but in the end, it's been the clean pocket and the quick release of Sam Howell, and he's been accurate too. That's been the difference maker right now in this game. And Philadelphia, like you said, 3rd down and 8 now in their own red zone. You get a stop, force 3 points. Jalen has going to have 3 timeouts and 2 minutes to work with. Go down and score and keep this one close. Division games are always close. They're never easy, right? You're not going to blow everybody out every single week, but you don't want to get blown out early on at home against a team that got obliterated last week.
Yeah, that's definitely not a good look. But it's, as Josh Silver saying, I don't get it. Clock didn't stop when he went out of bounds. I think they ruled just the forward progress. It looked like Cunningham had shoved him before he actually got out there. So I think they ruled he was a yard further, but that kept the clock running. Yep. But yeah, to your point, I mean, it's surprising, I mean, Sam Howell, 12 for 16, 158 yards, 9.9 average. He's looked good. So it's hopefully you can get him off balance. I mean, I like the blitz that we had for the 1 sack, but other than that, it doesn't appear so far. You made the point earlier of, hey, the pocket's clean. They're keeping him upright. It feels like you have to try a little something because that 4-man pressure surprisingly hasn't gotten through as much. Does that mean that you blitz a little bit, you play a little press coverage? We haven't seen much of that at all from this side, but just something different because the pass rush has not gotten through. And I think if before the game we were talking about anything, I mean, the expectation would be, hey, this offensive line of the Commanders, we've seen what they have been, and we know what the Eagles' defensive line is. That should be an automatic win. You don't need to pressure. You don't have to send blitzes, but possibly you do.
Yep. No, I totally agree. Can they get a stop? That's going to be the real question here. A couple of other scores around the league. Buffalo 21-14 with the football. That's approaching the middle of the second quarter. Broncos 21-7 down to the Bears. Baltimore has scored again. That one's 14-3 as they're back from commercial break and a chance to get off the field here for Philadelphia. Here we go.
All right. We've got the 2 minutes here. Commanders with 3 timeouts. 3rd and 8 at the Philly 19.
Come on, guys.
Howell in the gun. He sends McLaurin to his left, got trips left. He's going to take the snap. A little stunt by Sweat, throws to the left side. It's incomplete.
Yes.
And there's a flag, though. There's a flag on the play. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be on the Eagles. This is going to be a legal contact, isn't it? Or a hold.
Yep. Feels like it's going to be a hold.
So twice now, you've had him in the red zone. You stop on 3rd down. It's pass interference, so a spot foul, so 1st and goal. Another 6-point penalty by the Eagles, most likely. That's Bradbury.
My goodness. So they're going to show the replay here. We didn't really get to see all of it, but yeah, I mean, it's not It's not a
Jeez.
lot. It's yes, he tugs the jersey a little bit, but it feels like that's frustrating too because Sweat had nearly a sack. If he had a whole lot of pressure on Howell, that was easily going to be incomplete.
That
But
ball
yeah,
goes all the way to the 10 now. Wow.
okay, Howell in the gun. First and goal at the 10, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, hold on to it too
Got him!
long, and he's sacked. He's sacked. Josh Sweat. Sweaty J with the sack. Making up for it a little bit, I guess. So he's
Wow.
at the 15 now, so second and goal. But the time is going to keep ticking now. So now you say, well, what time the Eagles might have had if they had that stop is going to be a lot less now. But
I think he tripped on his own guy, and he did. And then Sweat cleaned it up there, and the Eagles are lucky it happened because I think Howell might have had some running room there. But it looks like the Eagles finally burned a timeout, so 1:45 to go in the first half. Second down and goal.
okay, I mean, still counts as a sack, but to your point, it didn't feel like one as much. It was more of a
Yeah.
trip with Howell. Now, I think that Josh would have probably still gotten him, but, would he have gotten close-ish to the line of scrimmage? I don't know, but it's still not one of those patented, hey, just beat your
Right.
man off the rush
Right.
and get a sack yet. But I won't complain. I'll take it. I think all of us will. So they're going to put some time back on the clock. 1:52.
All right. Howell's got a 105.7 passer rating after being sacked a billion times last week. That's the first one of the day for the Eagle defensive line. Come on, second down and goal.
All right, 10 on the play clock. Howell in the gun. He's going to take the snap, toss to the left. It's fumbled, but he picks it back up, runs to the line of scrimmage before pushed out of bounds, a gain of 2. That was a very potentially dangerous play. Gibson was able to, fortunately for him, pick it back up, but it'll bring up a third and goal from about the 13.
I think the Eagles got a little fortunate there because Gibson had good blockers in front. That fumble makes him kind of stop for a second and then pick the ball back up. Okay, here's your, third time we've done this. Third down and goal. The last 2 times we've been here, Philadelphia's had penalties that cost them points. This is third and, a long 8. Let's see what the Eagles can do. Come on, get off the field.
All right, yep.
Sorry,
Third and
13.
I was going to say third and goal from the 13, 4 on the play clock. Howell in the gun. He's going to take the snap, 4-man pressure, looking to his right side, fires over the middle now. It's complete, but not for but a gain of 2 or 3, wrapped up by Morrow. And it's 4th and goal. They're going to have to kick a field goal as the Birds will take a timeout. So they'll have 1 timeout remaining with 1:42 on the game clock.
Plenty of time to get Jalen Hurts in a 2-minute drive. They like to go up tempo, and at worst, you should be down 7 or 10 at halftime. It could be a lot better too.
Yep, you're right. I mean, there's plenty of time. There's not like a range with that amount of time there. So
yeah,
that's what you would hope, and then get something started here in the second half as well. But we'll see. It'll bring up probably 20, 29, 28 yards or something like that.
Yeah, that's really short. All right.
All right. Joey Sly is going to be attempting the 27-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is good.
Good. All right. There you go. Here's your first adversity for Philadelphia. Come on. They've had leads. They've had leads that were blown a little bit these first 3 games, but truly a double-digit deficit with 1 more possession for the halftime, and then they get the ball. So let's see how Philadelphia responds. This feels like a good chance to learn something about this Eagle team. It's very, very early in the NFL season.
Yep. We need to see an answer. Just an answer in terms of, hey, get the 2-minute offense on the field, go get a field goal, go into half with a little momentum. It would be nice, but minute 39 officially on the clock. I guess depending on the return, there might be a little bit less, but you have 1 timeout, so should be more than enough time to be able to go down the field. You just got to get some good plays here, some completions, and get in a groove, which, I mean, quite honestly, yeah, the opening drive felt that way, but outside of that, game clock's been running. The Commanders, haven't really allowed the Eagles to have the ball too much, and then even granted, whenever they have, it's been the 3 and out or some penalties, so I don't know. Now's the time to at least get 3 and go into half and, I don't know, make us feel a little bit more comfortable at this point.
Commanders put up the tape on how to beat Philadelphia last year. That was keep the ball away from them. And so far, it's been the case. The Eagles shot themselves in the foot with that 4th down and 1 penalty, where you can argue Dickerson wasn't offsides because there were other Commander defenders offsides as well. But we digress. Then they go 3 and out on their most recent possession, but only 3 possessions so far and 7 points to make up for it. But with 1:42 to go, we like to at least think you get into Elliott field goal range because he's good from 60 plus. That's just a couple of first downs and make it a 1-score game before getting the ball to start the third quarter.
Mm-hmm. Trust Elliott if we can get anywhere within reason. I mean, yeah, that's a definite weapon that we have. So it doesn't take much, to your point. It's not like we're even asking, hey, you got to get it for a 30-yard field goal.
Yeah. All right, let's see where we're at there.
As it's been, Tennessee, looking at some other scores around the league, but Tennessee up 17-3 on Cincinnati. And I know Burrow's still kind of dealing with the injury, but that's a little bit of a surprise there.
Josh State squeezed another super chat in here for our jersey giveaway happening into the third quarter. It says, give the ball to Swift. I don't know how much Swift you're going to see this drive, but I agree. The fact that Swift has been running the ball well, just not getting a lot of touches, is definitely disappointing and something they need to look at. And even when you're down 10, 7 minutes behind in the time of possession, you still got to find your best player so far this season. That's been DeAndre Swift. Maybe you get him out with some screen action on this first drive, but the opening drive to the third quarter, they 100% need to do it.
Yep. Got you down for the super chat, Josh. And looks like Boston Scott is back to potentially return as the kick is away, and it is going to be a touchback.
All
so
right.
The Birds will have it at the 25, 1:39 on the game clock, 1 timeout. What can Jalen Hurts and co do?
And Hurts has been good. I mean, he's missed a couple of people on reads. I think he had a wide open Dallas Goedert one time, didn't throw him the ball, and he had DeVonta Smith that he missed on that most recent drive. But a chance here to use the hurry up a little bit, get some tempo going against some zone defenses, and maybe get a score here. Looks like Gainwell is going to be your starting running back for this drive.
Yep, got him in there for the 2-minute drill. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Brown near side right. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Rolls out to the left. Chase Young chasing him. And Hurts trying to get around the corner, and he gets about 2 yards before he's out of bounds.
Must have been no one open downfield again, as Hurts didn't see anything that he likes. Chase Young is having a better day than Mailata right now. Let's take a look at who was open. A.J. Brown, no one really on the left side. Come back to the other area. Zacchaeus was covered, and yeah, this is pretty good defense. Smart by not throwing it for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, difficult because the guys that ended up being open were on the right side of the field, but with Hurts running left, it kind of cuts off half the field in that scenario. But now empty set, 5 receivers out. Hurts going to take the snap, 4-man pressure, looking to his left side, finds a man. It's incomplete. Oh, almost intercepted. Got it off his hands. And Emmanuel Forbes with almost a chance there, 3rd and 8.
That would have been a disaster there, because this looks like a decent enough throw. It's a little bit outside.
Yeah, wow.
Goddard couldn't hang on to it, and that's, 1 other inch to the right from being a pick 6.
That would have been brutal. Whew, fortunately there. Okay, 3rd and 8. 1:27 on the game clock. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. He's got Smitty far side left. Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Looks to his right. Has a man. Brown for the completion.
Did he get it?
Oh, look, just going to be short. It's just going to be short on the slant route. It's going to bring up a 4th and half a yard.
Do you go for this?
1:15. Gosh, that's a tough decision. I mean, I think you have to. You trust your QB sneak, right? I mean, but the time's ticking. So there's a 1:08. They're going to line up here. This does not look very promising.
Oh!
And Hurts takes the snap. He's going to fake it. Now run to the left side. He's got the first down up to the I can't tell what yard line that was. I'm too distracted what the play call was in that scenario.
Yeah.
But it is a first down. The time is ticking for 53, 52. They lined up to do the QB sneak, and Hurts faked it, ran to the left side, was able to get pushed forward by Gainwell and pick up the first. So 44 seconds. They hurry up to the line. Hurts take the snap. Deep shot left. He's got DeVonta Smith.
Yes!
And it is caught. What a catch from
Burn
DeVonta Smith. Very reminiscent from The
Wow.
game against the Commanders in Washington, where he jumped up over. I can't remember who the corner was previously, but there's Forbes who had kind of called out a little
Wow.
bit DeVonta Smith. But what a catch, DeVonta Smith!
Make
First
sure he
down.
let's make sure he
He
held on
bobbled
to
it, but
it.
I think he did. As the
Yeah,
Commanders are
he
suggesting that he didn't catch it.
he bobbled it a little bit. We got to see what happens here.
There's a timeout taken
Commanders took one. Yep.
by the Commanders. So 18 seconds on the game clock. They'll review it. It looked like a
Can't tell from that angle.
I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. The first angle, so he makes the initial kind of pushing it down, but then it bobbles in his body. It looks like he has it, but then he hits the ground.
Now I think he
His
catches
arm's
that.
under
It's on
it.
his
His
arm.
arm's under
Yeah,
it.
it's on his
Yeah.
arm. That's a catch. That should be a catch.
I think you're right. I think he did. I think he caught it.
His arm, the ball's hitting his forearm here.
Yep. If his forearm wasn't there, I mean, he lost possession in the sense of like having complete control there, but his forearm was kind of under it, like you said. So I think it's a catch. I don't see. There's no way they can overturn it.
I think he got it. I think he got it. Yeah, I think this is a catch.
Okay, more than likely, it's going to be a catch. I would be surprised if he didn't, but he'd be 20 at the 27 of Washington with 20 seconds left on the game clock and one timeout. So I mean, you've got a chance here, even potentially. You don't want to get crazy with it, but potentially, if you were to score a touchdown, that would be huge. But either way, I mean, you're in field goal range, assuming that this holds up. I think that it should. But what a play by Smitty! Oh my gosh!
And shout out to the Commanders because they wanted this review. They burned the timeout because Philadelphia was going hurry up to the line. The Eagles saved their timeout, so you're going to have 20 seconds plus the Eagles' own timeout, giving you a couple of snaps for maybe get the ball closer for an easier field goal or maybe even a touchdown.
I'm feeling a little better. I know
Wow.
it's still early, but man, that was this is a little nerve wracking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I totally agree.
As Vico says, just throw it up to him every play. Yeah, why not? It's Smitty, and we know what Smitty does, especially the Slim Reaper versus the Commanders.
All right, we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, this could be a huge play. I know that, again, it's sometimes you think every single possession, and I'm sure, you hear kind of the standard coaching statement of, all possessions are the same, like it doesn't come down to one, but there's still more magnitude plays. And this play here, and especially this drive, like you were talking about, not only for the impact, because you're going to get the ball back in the second half, but just the mentality, right? I mean, the psyche, the confidence of the offense, Jalen, Brian Johnson having a 2-minute offense here. I mean, this matters here to close out a half. So
Yeah.
you can come away with
this would
3
be
is
big.
big, but yeah, you come away with anything more than 3. We get a touchdown. I mean, my gosh, that would be huge.
Right. Again, they're going to look at this for the bobble, but he can bobble it, but he just can't let it hit the ground, and it didn't hit the ground at all. So at some point, this has to be a catch, would be my assumption here.
Yeah, nothing like the NFC Championship game that
No,
we might have gotten away with.
This should be a catch. Let's see what they do here. Still on commercial. They're really looking at this, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the call. Catch.
There we go. All right. Not a huge surprise, but
All right.
we got it officially. It's a catch.
All right, so 20 seconds. They gave an extra second there. So Philly has a timeout, 20 seconds. The ball's going to be at the 24, 25-yard line of the Commanders. So you're in field goal range. So don't ruin your chance to make this a one-score game.
Yep. Don't need to be crazy with it. I'm okay if you want to, try to take a shot, but just don't do anything too stupid. We got one timeout.
All right.
Here we go. Come on.
Come on.
Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Ball at the 27 of Washington.
They could run a draw here if they thought that they had a favorable run defensive look because of the timeout and the time left. Let's see what they do.
All right. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man rush. Hurts looking left. Dump off to Gainwell. Catches it at the 25 up to about the 23. Gets out of bounds, and they do mark him out of bounds. So a gain of 3 or so. 10 seconds left on the game clock, and you've got one timeout.
Cost him 10. You got kind of 1 or 2 shots here you can still go to the middle of the field, but dump off. You got out of bounds. You stayed the timeout, which is nice, but time is the issue now for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that one's tough there. I mean, you just don't love taking the 10 seconds because it doesn't do a whole lot for you. It gets you a tiny bit closer, but probably only time for this one play here now, and then a timeout. But Hurts takes the snap, have four-man pressure, rolling right, trying to look for someone pressured now, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. 4 seconds remaining, just brings up an Elliott field goal attempt here.
All right, still positive, right? We can be upset they didn't get 6 here, but the goal was to get it within 1, and the fact that you're going to get Elliott a pretty easy chip shot field goal is good news for Philadelphia. Man, it's tough, but it's good news.
Yep, I can live with that.
Yeah, I can too.
The initial expectations starting the drive was, hey, if you can get a field goal, it'd be great. And then, of course, you have a big play, and it's easy to say, hey, let's get a touchdown. But all right, 41-yard attempt.
Looked like they iced him.
All right, they are going to ice him as he's going to go back to the sideline and get one more practice attempt up.
Looks like it. Yep.
Okay, so this would be big here. Again, we'd talk, make it a one-possession game. Eagles will get the ball back in the second half. See if Elliott can make this happen here.
Yeah, you like to say automatic, but you don't like to say automatic in this league, so you never know. Let's see what he can do.
Very true. All right, 41-yard attempt. Man to hold. Here's the snap. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is perfect.
Bingo.
All right. 17-10.
There you go. Gotta like that. We'll take it.
For sure. Not bad.
All right. I'm going to put you solo and go use the halftime bathroom break here real quick.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. At least he makes it. I feel like I trust Jake Elliott more than anybody else on the offense, or really any scoring options. But I guess I'm curious too from you guys, where's the concern level? I feel like before that field goal, I would have been a lot more concerned. If we hadn't gotten that 2-possession game, I know there's still a half to play, but it just feels like this is one of those games that's not going to be easy, which is why I was surprised too for the spread being -9, -9.5. But I feel better. Not super confident in this situation, but I mean, Jalen's been pretty good. 12 for 16, 116 yards, sacked a couple times. I know Mailata's been beaten by Chase Young a couple as well. Yeah, Nikolai, the elephant in the room, is the offensive coordinator once again. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It still feels like they're just figuring stuff out, doesn't it? I mean, and it shouldn't be, I guess, up to this point. It feels like it shouldn't be, but as comfortable as I think I just felt like it would be really comfortable between Jalen and Brian Johnson. And I think that they are very comfortable with one another, but there's something with just the game plan and getting put in specific situations. So I don't know. I feel like it's only a matter of time. I would like to see Swift get some more carries, though. I mean, again, you kind of predicate based on how the game's being played, but 6 carries for 20 yards. Jalen's got 3 for 7, but at least 2 of those, I think, are just on quarterback keepers when he's trying to just kind of roll out. So, I mean, overall, you've called 6, 7 runs. Not been too many possessions in general, but it would be nice. I mean, this is Agent Zero after all, so we know what to expect there, but Wouldn't mind seeing a few more carries. As Josh H got you down for the super chat here. Not concerned right now. We played like this time last year. That's fair. That's fair. I have a tendency to, as you guys probably know, some of you know, I have a tendency to get a little hyped or amped up, especially game days. So I can lose my cool or maybe not be level headed. That's a lot of us Eagles fans, but it just feels like all of a sudden, whenever when it's your team and you're down one possession or two possessions, it just feels astronomical to climb that. And then whenever you're up by a couple scores, it's like, no, they could easily come back. The team could. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Feels like no lead is safe. All right, let's look at some other scores real quick. And I would flash it here up on the screen, but Thomas is actually the one with the controls, and he's not back yet. So I'll just tell you guys. But Buffalo 31-14 on Miami. That's pretty surprising. I mean, after Miami putting up 70, granted it's the Broncos, but 70-20, I thought it'd be really close. It still could be. Miami's offense is explosive, but 31-14 already. That's a little surprising. I don't think I saw that one coming. Texans up 16-0 over the Steelers. The Rams up 20-0 over Indianapolis. And the Panthers still holding off the Vikings 13-7. Tennessee scored again. Wow, at halftime 24-3. Man, there's some surprising games. I don't know. I assumed that some of these would be a little closer, or some of the teams might be actually winning in these, but I think for me the Bengals being down 21 and Buffalo, I was just looking at some of the scores, Thomas, but Buffalo up 31-14. That's crazy.
Yeah, Josh Allen's been slinging the ball all over the field there. That might be the surpriser. I heard that you just mentioned a couple of these other scores. A lot of teams that played really great the past couple of weeks were struggling. Miami, like you mentioned, about to finish up the first half. The Browns, I know they don't have Deshaun Watson, but no offense there from Dorian Thompson-Robinson. And Cincinnati's offense is broken. It officially is no good. I mean, there's only so many times that you can say that the Bengals are going to figure things out a quarter of the way almost through the season and still no Burrow touchdowns in the first half. I mean, greatly struggling. Rams looking good, 20-0. You mentioned that one. And now Philadelphia at 17-10. And listen, we can complain about the Eagles, and we rightfully should, but they're still in this game. And this is what divisional games are like. They're always close. They're always tough. To me, the most disappointing part of the day so far is the fact the Eagles have had no pressure on Sam Howell after that's all the Bills were able to do last week on the road in Washington. They got after Sam Howell, and Philadelphia's been completely inept at doing that, and it's been costly because Sam Howell is very, very calm in the pocket. Doesn't make a lot of risky throws. He's not made a single risky throw so far today, and he's been picking apart the Eagles secondary, missing Sidney Brown and Justin Evans right now.
Yeah, he's definitely taking advantage, and we're kind of talking about that a second ago too. I mean, just with the play calls and the concern level, it's like there's still plenty of time. We all know that. You got a second half to play, but just the question of Jalen's been pretty good, but there's still something that looks a little bit off, and you have the connection with Brian Johnson. Are we going to get some of the questions answered there? It was nice that you can go down the field and get 3 points before half, but it's just there's still something, and it's early. Josh H brought it up a second ago. We had a super chat there for the jersey entry, so anybody who throws in the super chat, I got that down a second ago, but it's like, yes, it's early, so it's hard to temper expectations, because sometimes it's very easy to be like, oh my gosh, let's blow it up, because here we are, we're sitting at 3-0, so you got to be happy with that or content with that. But still, just the eye test, you look at it and you're to me, I'm hopeful or thinking it's going to be just a little bit better of I don't know, it's just something clicking a little bit more smoothly, and it feels sometimes like it's, I don't know, you're just working so hard at times, and maybe it's because we got spoiled last year, and I'm just used to, or I can only think and remember of the awesome, incredible times you just march down the field and do whatever you want. But still, it's somewhat concerning. But I think the biggest element really is the flashbacks of what has it been like in the past of playing the Commanders, especially when they came to Philly last season. And again, there's plenty of time, but you're down 7. And we've seen some things that happen sometimes in other upsets. And so you start to go, this is looking like it could be one of those games. It's going to be really tough to win. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm with you. You do need to get to Sam Howell. You have 2 sacks, so I think it's a case of look at the box score versus watching the game. The box score would tell you, hey, they're getting Sam Howell decent. They have 2 sacks, but
Right.
no. I mean, one of those was a blitz, which was a good blitz. I think you might have to do that more. But the other one was Sam Howell kind of running out of the pocket, holding on to it for a little bit too long, probably. But overall, I mean, he hasn't been pressured much, with the exception of the missed opportunity to take away the pick with Terrell Edmonds. So you got to either dial up something differently or just ask your D lineman to get there a little bit quicker because you haven't seen it so far, and I think that's been the shocker.
Josh H with another super chat. 5 more says the script writers are off script. The strike scripted chaos. Who will be undefeated after today? Well, the Dolphins are looking like they might be one of the ones to fall. Philadelphia, obviously 3-0. They are not winning right now, although hopefully that's going to go ahead and change. And the final 3-0 team is... Who is the final 3-0 team? I'm blanking right now on that final 3-0 team. Is it just us and the Dolphins?
San Francisco.
The 49ers. 49ers play this afternoon against the Cardinals, which you would assume would be a winnable game for them. Again, we're giving away an Eagles jersey in the end of the third quarter. So any super chat gets you some entries depending on how much you drop. And we're going to go ahead and draw that a little bit later on here as we're getting close to kicking off this third quarter where Philly's going to have a chance to hopefully drive down and make a little noise and tie this game up. It was nice to get the field goal. Big catch by DeVonta Smith. They definitely have their chances right now, and the defense is playing, poor, but the offense is moving the ball. I think Swift, though, and my bet of over 45.5 yard lines definitely needs to go ahead and hit this one and start getting a lot more carries.
Yeah, I think we all would like to see that for those of us that actually picked it, but also just for the Eagles' chances here. Yeah, you got to get the running game involved. We were talking about that a second ago. But yeah, with his dynamic ability and really keeping the defense honest, because you look at it and the Commanders have started to just say, hey, let's commit to Jalen Hurts here. I mean, whether it's the pressure or Chase Young sitting a little bit of blitz, not too much because they're getting home for a decent amount, better than I think I would have expected with just the 4-man pressure and then just kind of having the QB spy on Hurts. So, you got to keep him honest to do a little bit something. I would expect that you'd see more in the second half, but we'll see from Swift. Stoners threw in a super chat here for $2. Did you guys get my $10 from earlier in the week? I do have...
I think he said, I have one from Stoner earlier in this game that I don't think
that
we got to.
Correct.
So,
I've got
12 total.
Yep. I've got that one. But then I've actually got the other one. I was just going to mention I've got the other one. So we are good. It was earlier in the week. So we got the 10 today, but also the one early in the week. So you're good.
Robert Foley says we got this. Just got to limit those penalties. Yeah, you have kind of the phantom hold on that opening red zone possession on Zach Cunningham. Then you have that really bad offsides call. It was on Philadelphia, which was ridiculous. And then you have at the third kind of weird penalty, the Bradbury hold, which wasn't really anything special. That's kind of the difference in this game. This could very easily be 13-10, 9-10 if they go for 3, field goals. So, yeah, penalties against Philadelphia, whether they are warranted or not, have definitely been an issue so far for the Eagles.
Yeah, hopefully you can get that figured out. But I agree. I mean, the couple holding calls, you get the offsides. I would totally disagree with that offsides call of Landon Dickerson, but it'd be interesting to see in the coming weeks if we start seeing some odd officiating of the QB sneak or things like that. But just in general of this game, there's been some costly penalties with the pass interference as well. So you got to get that cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. You don't have to take me off if you want. I need to grab the charger. So it's like right around. So I'm going to just hop off for a split second.
Go for it. You are good to go. We can do be solo. That's totally fine. Not a problem. Appreciate all you guys watching right now. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you hit the thumbs up button, it helps people find the live stream for those who are looking for the live stream. So we would appreciate that if you guys go ahead and hit the live stream. Stoner says, you guys think it's going to get any better with the OC? I think the OC's been fine. I mean, we still have not had the big Jalen Hurts game yet. He's had some nice throws, but we've not had that crazy good Jalen Hurts 370-yard performance that we keep kind of waiting on. So that's what I think has been the most frustrating offensively. They got away from Swift a little bit there, but they only had a couple of possessions. They ran them well early on, and then clearly were trying to throw the ball in those last 2 possessions. Swift in this first possession of third quarter, though, seems to be very, very important.
Yep. I kind of, as far as, again, going back to the balance, I think, of what you want to do, it is surprising. And again, every game is different. It's the play calling is different. What you're going to do, you're taking what the defense gives you. I mean, Sirianni says it all the time. probably ad nauseum, as does Brian Johnson. But yes, I mean, you look at it and you have 6 carries for DeAndre Swift. And oddly enough, I would expect you to have, Kenny Gainwell a couple carries as well, just as much as they have done that in the past, just trying to get him involved too. But you only have 6 carries for any of your running backs. I mean, total, add those up. Jalen has 3, but I think 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken, are just from kind of scrambling out of the pocket. So you got to get the running game.
Two, 3 possessions, not counting the final one where they're only going to throw the football. Washington's been holding on to the ball a lot. It's not like the Eagles have had
I agree.
5 possessions in the first half. So,
totally,
I guess it makes sense. But we'll see what happens here as Q3 is about to get going. There's Swift on the bike, getting warmed up. Remember, the Eagles are going to get this ball to start the third quarter, and any points here goes a very long way. And you really continue to feel like if they could just get even, if they could just get a lead, then you make Sam Howell, make a mistake, turn the football over, and then Philadelphia gets rolling here. But it's the Commanders, and the Eagles have historically struggled against them. Jalen Hurts has struggled against the Commanders in his career, albeit a very, very short career. You got to not make sure you overlook them. You understand what you're facing now after being beat up a little bit here in the first half. Settle in, get to what's going to work after a couple of halftime adjustments, and hopefully they start getting to Sam Howell when this defense comes off after, hopefully, a Jalen Hurts scoring drive to start.
Yeah, you got to change something up because he's looked too comfortable, which is surprising. Again, I don't think any of us would have thought that coming into this game. Hey, Sam Howell's going to look pretty comfortable back there in the pocket. But what we've seen so far, he has. And credit, kudos to Eric Bieniemy. I mean, it's what he's done in the past, but he's shown, despite what happened against Buffalo, I mean, he can be a good offensive coordinator and play call. So he's dialed up things that have kept the Eagles off balance. But again, if we talk about adjustments, hopefully we see that here in the second half.
All right, here goes the kickoff to start the third quarter. That one's up and away and out the back of the end zone. So Scott doing your kick return duties today due to a couple of injuries. He is not going to get to return it again. And so Philadelphia will trot back out for the third quarter as Josh sits back down to my right. There we go. We're back and good to go.
All right. It's burning up in here. I don't realize how much it gets hot until we're a half into it.
Eagles are 0-5 when trailing at home at the half in Jalen Hurts' starts. How about that? I did not know that. Okay. All right, let's make it one for 5, huh? Here you go. And the Eagles have a new a new right guard in for Cam Jurgens. We'll see about that. Here's a give to Swift on a first down carry, and he is going to rumble forward for a gain of 7. Let's try and figure out what's going on with Cam Jurgens. I know Pam Oliver was giving you some sort of update. We couldn't hear exactly what she was saying, but that is not Cam Jurgens at the right guard spot.
Looks like on Twitter is saying Jurgens was limited in practice earlier in the week with a groin injury, so they're not seeing him on the sidelines now with Opeta in.
Okay, all right. This happened a little bit during the Bucs game, and Opeta held down his end. We'll see what he does against this really good defensive front. Second down and 4 following the Swift carry. He gets another one up the middle. He's going to put the shoulder down. Forward progress is going to get him really close to the line to gain. I think he's going to be about a yard short, and he will. So third down and 1. You mentioned 6 carries for Swift in the first half. Immediately to start half number 2, there's carry 7 and carry 8. So third and 1. Let's see what they do on this one. Are they going to go push? They are going to line up in that direction. Let's make sure we're all on sides here. Hurts takes a snap, forward, easily got it as Barton jumped over the line to try to hit Hurts. But the Eagles get another first down there. Pretty simple.
Yep, these are beginning to become a lot more entertaining, as if they weren't before. Every single time you see it up, it's okay, now what is the defense going to do, and for the offense, that matter. And I'm looking for, okay, we're getting a flag because Dickerson was called offsides last time, but immediately had it with the push. But yes, this will be an interesting ongoing story, not only divisionally, but across the league.
Hurts would have had that even without someone pushing behind him. He easily had it for the first down. Here's a first down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Opening drive of the third quarter. Hurts in the gun. Now slows the play down here. It looks like the blitz is coming from the Commanders. And they are. Hurts takes the snap. Here comes some pressure. He's going to roll to his right. Still rolling. He's going to throw this one away and gets it back to the line of scrimmage and takes a shot at the end there. Incomplete. It'd be second down and 10. That was Montez Sweat coming off the edge. Hurts saw that pressure, and Philadelphia had unable to do anything about it. They said Jurgens is questionable, so would be surprised if he came back there. Did they hit Jalen a little bit late here? Let's see. No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's kind of took him down to the ground, but yeah, not anything too bad there. It's just you don't like to see that with the blitz, and didn't appear to have any sort of hot route there. Just immediately nowhere to go.
Second down and 10, play clock winding down to 2. Hurts takes a snap, 4-man pressure, steps up in a pocket, looks left, throws left. That's a home run ball to A.J. Brown. He's got it, first down. What a throw there from Jalen Hurts. He had to fit that right in between the corner and the safety. That was on a rope, and Hurts' best throw maybe of the entire season here. That's a first down for A.J. Brown.
Yeah, fantastic throw. And Hurts being able to get a little protection. I mean, Chase Young pushing Mailata almost right back into Hurts, but he's able to get the throw away. And to your point, I mean, Forbes was in coverage, not a whole lot of separation, but putting an absolute dime there.
And A.J. Brown was able to protect himself, too, from that hit from the safety. Eagles back into plus territory from the 36-yard line of the Commanders. Here's a give to Swift up the middle. Tries to spin out of 1. He does, and then falls forward for a gain of 5. And that 6+ yard per carry average is alive and well right now for DeAndre Swift. Even with no Juergens, they run behind Opeta that time. And a good spin move by DeAndre for a gain of about 5.
Pretty good play there. It looks like I think we got this in the comments too, but it's a foot injury for it, so maybe separate for Cam Juergens, not the groin, but a foot injury. He's questionable.
Second down and 6. Here's another give to DeAndre Swift running left side now, and he's going to get about 4. So it'd be third down and short now for the Eagles. I think he might have gotten 3 instead of 4. So third down and 2. You're in field goal range, but this does feel like a 4-down territory situation depending on if you get plus yardage here on third down and 3. As Johnson calls the play into Jalen Hurts. 11:57 to go opening drive. That's Swift's 10th carry at 36 yards. Hurts in the gun.
Likes the look.
Third and 3. Takes the snap. Play fake. 4-man pressure. All day to throw. Hurts steps up. He's hit. That ball falls out of his hand. That should be incomplete, and they will blow that one dead as Hurts got popped and held on the ball a little bit too long. And it was Chase Young. Let's make sure that this is incomplete as Hurts, oh man, he was trying to wait for something to develop down the field. And he had DeVonta Smith, and that is an incomplete pass.
Man, that was really close. He's waiting for something to happen there. But yeah, to your point, I mean, that was Chase Young, who's been certainly giving Mailata some trouble, but Deron Payne, too, taking advantage of Sua Opeta being in there now. He was able to get around and knock the ball out. I guess, fortunately, it's an incomplete pass, but yeah, you hate to see it that way because I think he had something developing deep.
All right, 46-yarder for Jake Elliott. That's up and good. So the Eagles do get points on their last 2 drives, but again, they kind of get into the Washington Commander territory and unable to push it further into the red zone or even further in the end zone, but makes it, again, a 4-point game. We'll take it, and now it's up to this Eagle defense to slow things down and get a stop as we go to commercial break.
Man, that feels just... I know it's a 3rd and 3 there, but yeah, the way to end that, kind of moving down the field, they like the look, and Hurts had a decent amount of time. There had been talk beforehand. I think Bleeding Green Nation was the first article, and there's a couple others about Hurts holding onto the ball, his time to throw being 4th last in the NFL. It's not ever great to be in that category, but yeah, just kind of just developing either whether it's the play call or whether it's just reading the field. That one appeared to be that it's just looking to take a deep shot because he had Smitty, but he held on to it just too long. And it's just unfortunate because you wonder too, I mean, you got 3rd and 3, the way you're moving the football, could you have run and just pick up the first down possibly? They like the look to throw it, but still you just come away with 3 points. Feels a little disappointing.
All right, so we're going to get our first drive from the Commanders coming up here in a second. Looks like quick update on the Chicago game. For those of you wondering if Sean Payton's going to lose to the Bears, they are about to score again, and the answer might be yes. If you're wondering when we're going to give away another jersey, that's happening at the end of this quarter. So end of the 3rd quarter, get your Super Chats in right now. Had a bunch of people Super Chat already. Get you a piece of the pie in our spinning wheel of fun and a chance to get either a midnight green or a black Eagles jersey shipped to you probably tomorrow. We'll probably purchase it tomorrow and get it headed to your house. So drawing's happening soon. Get your Super Chats in right now. $1 is 1 entry. 5 is 5 entries. 10 and so on and so forth. So get your Super Chats in here as we get almost done here with commercial break.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see too. I'm just double checking on Cam Juergens. He's got the foot injury, questionable to return, so it's separate from the groin. But curious how that's going to affect because the Commanders' D line's been getting some pressure, and you just saw that from Deron Payne. But hopefully, he's able to come in and do a serviceable job here. But you don't want it to be too serious.
Sua Opeta in, like Josh had mentioned there. Swift had some solid runs. They're still able to move the football on the ground even without Juergens. But 10 carries for 35 yards. It's not been enough, I think, of a dose of the rushing attack, and that was the Eagles' problem last year in a couple of their losses, right? You lose the football game because you can't seem to run the football, and now you hope that they can get this ball back with maybe a 3-and-out, a turnover, a stop, and get the ball back to an Eagle offense that is moving it, just not able to score any sort of touchdowns minus that opening drive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Elliott, going to send this one back to the Commanders here as the Eagles get their field goal, 4-point game. This goes out the back of the end zone, and so here comes Sam Howell. All right, defense, come on. This is a good drive to wake up a little bit. Let's see what kind of adjustments Sean Desai has made. Howell was 13 of 17, buck 61, only sacked twice. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week. He hasn't even come close to throwing a pick this week. Make him make a bad throw. It starts with the defensive front. Let's see what they can do here.
Here we go. Let's get a little pressure on him.
First and 10 from the Commander 25-yard line. 11:38 to go, third quarter. Robinson in the backfield. He takes a snap, running right side. Tries to cut up field. Doesn't go anywhere. He's met by Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow. And the two linebackers who you would not have been thought would have start midway through training camp have played well in filling in for the injured Nakobe Dean. Christian Ellis being kind of slid back in the depth chart. Morrow's been fantastic, and Cunningham and Morrow double-teamed the running back there for a nice stop of no gain.
They've definitely played fairly well, to your point. Zach Cunningham with 8 tackles in the game and Morrow with 7, so leading the Birds in tackling there.
Second down and 10. Crowd's waking up a little bit here with a chance for Philadelphia to maybe get a defensive stop. Howell in the gun. Robinson to his right. 3 receivers bottom of the screeners. A delayed blitz. Howell steps up, throws. That's incomplete. Broken up by Darius Slay working on McLaurin. And I think that was a Nicholas Morrow delayed blitz there that went right through the B gap and got in Howell's face.
Yeah, I think it may have been Cunningham this time. Usually he's been sending Morrow in the past, but changed it up with a Cunningham blitz. And to your point, I mean, Slay is just all over McLaurin there to break that up. And never a chance.
They're booing right now. Did they throw a flag on this? It is.
Oh my gosh, they call pass interference.
That's pass interference? Are you kidding me? Jeez, the refs have been rough today. The refs have been brutal today. Oh my goodness.
McLaurin's just nodding his head like, yeah, for sure. Where is the pass interference?
How many bad penalties can you get in one game? I mean, we're getting killed defensively with these penalties. Boy, the crowd is booing heavily. Here's a first down and 10 from the 30. Howell takes a snap. Turn give. That's Gibson. He's met in the hole by Cunningham. Spun around and got a gain of 3. But, I mean, back to the penalty there. I mean, geez, what is that? The 6th or 7th penalty that have given some pretty big gains? That's unbelievable.
I don't understand it. I mean, there's been a couple questionable calls.
They're showing them right now.
You can call some of them, but yeah, 7th or 8th penalty now. That's ridiculous.
This one on Slay.
That's
not a penalty. That's not a penalty.
There's nothing. No.
Second down and 8. 10:22 to go, third quarter. The 7th penalty by the Eagles. 4-man pressure as Howell steps up, fires. That's caught, and that's going to be short of the line to gain. A good tackle by Morrow. Jalen Carter absolutely obliterated Sam Howell there, but he got about 5 yards to be third down and 4. Let's squeeze in a Heather Stella super chat, getting in on the jersey giveaway. Watching from Orlando, Florida. Shout out to Orlando. Shout out to Heather here. You get 10 entries into our jersey giveaway. Let's go back to the game with a 3rd and 4 and a chance. It was Cox who got the hit on Sam Howell. I was going to say,
Cox was there. Easily won that matchup.
All right, get off the field here. This is huge. 3rd down and 4.
Come on.
Crowd on their feet. Eagles playing press man coverage across the board. 3rd down and 4. Howell takes the snap. Steps into the pocket. Fires. Incomplete. It's through the hands. Okay. They had dots in there. And the Eagles get off the field. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
no penalty flags.
No penalty. No penalty. That is fortunate, though. That should have been a first down, but I will take it. I'm not going to complain because the last one shouldn't have been a pass interference.
He's working on Morrow and zone, and Dotson just dropped it. Just straight up dropped it. Wow. Huge. All right, your first punt of the day for the Washington Commanders. All right, he's going to stand back at his own 24-yard line. Eagles are up close to make sure this isn't a fake. It's not. It gets away.
Almost get away.
And Covey will fair catch it and catch it scarily at the 25-yard line. That was a little scary for me there.
He caught it.
All right.
Give him some credit.
Hurts is going to come back out here. Okay, so you get the stop, any way possible. And normally you'd be a little bit like, oh, well, it's not a fair stop because he dropped it. But the amount of penalties the Eagles have gotten through these first couple of drives by the Commanders early in this game, it felt like that was a gimme to Philadelphia, thankfully, by the Commanders. And now you need your offense to go down and score and retake this lead and maybe put some pressure back on Sam Howell.
Yes, you got to answer there to your point. However you get it, it's a stop. You could argue for sure, I think, for the past pass interference, but you've got the ball here. You need to get something going, and you got to see something a little different. I know we keep saying this, but it's like there feels like there's a little bit off with it, whether it's Jalen or the play calling or the comfortability or something. But I mean, Jalen's made some good throws. Like, he made the drop the dime to AJ over on the sideline the last possession. He's hit DeVonta Smith. Smith made some plays for him. Dallas Goedert even too. So I mean, it's like, just get the guys in position. Don't be afraid to make the play. And I feel like Hurts needs to get the ball out just a little bit quicker because he has held on to it a couple more times. And again, whether it could be play calling, it's just suggesting to a developing play, but he just needs to get the ball out a little bit quicker to the playmakers.
Probably a couple more drives to the end of the third quarter, meaning a couple more chances to get in on their jersey giveaway happening a little bit later on after the third quarter ends. It's a official Nike one from Fanatics. Send it to one of our winners here, happening at the end of the third quarter. So we're still on commercial break right now. This seems like you could maybe a swift breakout run, get a chunk here, something by Philadelphia to not only give their defense a little bit more of a break, extend this drive, maybe start to kind of wear down this Commander front.
I feel like you have to. And, hey, you set it up, possibly run a couple times. You get Emmanuel Forbes on the double move. That was the one thing coming into the game that even the Hogs Haven was suggesting. He's like, hey, Emmanuel Forbes has been good, but if there's one cornerback that's been beat on just about every double move, it's Forbes. And so, Smitty's no stranger to that whenever they played Mississippi State back in 2020. So they maybe take a shot. Again, you got to get the time for it. So if the O-line can give Jalen just enough time for something like that, maybe you get a play.
Going through one of those long Fox commercial breaks, checking in on some other scores here really quickly as the Dolphins are trying to drive into the Buffalo red zone. They're there now 31-14 down to the Bills. Bears 28-7, although the Denver Broncos are driving. Ravens 21-3. Titans 24-3 over the Bengals. Anemic offense. Goodness gracious. And the Colts have scored. It's 28-3. Rams, though, as the Eagles are back out here getting ready for their second drive of the third quarter. Starting from about the 25-yard line, as Gainwell will be your opening drive back here on this one in the pistol behind Hurts. 44 total rushing yards for the Eagles today. Hurts in the pistol. Calls for the football. Turn, give Gainwell. Gainwell tries to run right side. He's going nowhere. Looked like a combination of Stoll and Dickerson not holding down their side of the bargain there. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, you called it. Just not really getting the push, nor enough time for Gainwell to make a move. And it seemed to be a very concerted effort. I mean, again, you've had some pressure on Jalen, but for the run defense of Washington, they know the MO. They know what it takes to try to slow down the birds, and that's what they've done so far.
Swift back in the game. It's a quick one carry for Gainwell. Get him out of there after no gain. Hurts is going to go empty here on second down and 10. Hurts takes a snap. Four-man rush, clean pocket. Hurts steps up, looks right, throws right. He's got incomplete. He was trying to find Swift. There's a flag, though, in the area of the defensive holding or defensive penalty, but he had Swift on a wheel route, and I think they're going to get Washington on a hold there to avoid the touchdown.
That would have been a very, very big gain.
Yep, and I think this is not a bad throw by Jalen. This is DeAndre Swift getting held at the end there to cause the overthrow, but there's like one of the second penalty of the day on the Commanders, so a first down for Philadelphia.
Yep. I was going to say, he had him so wide open there. At first, it's like, why did he miss him? But yeah, it's the timing with being held up and just overthrows him there. If he had caught that, I mean, there's only one guy up in front. That could have very easily been a touchdown.
Wow. Gainwell back in after Swift gets a little spell here. First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Here's a play fake. Look, left throw. That's caught. DeVonta Smith, he's got a little bit of room. Oh, if he would have broken that, and he knows it too. That was a wide receiver screen with a little RPO action to it, and he had a little bit of A.J. Brown blocking in front of him, but gets 6. But this, Zacchaeus blocking, but this could have gone for a lot more.
Yeah, credit to Kendall Fuller there. Shoestring tackle. I mean, to your point, if he doesn't make that, Smitty's probably picking up another 20.
All right, still positive on first down, second down and force. Gainwell still in the game to the left of Hurts in the gun. They move Goddard across the formation. Hurts from his 37, takes the snap. Four-man pressure, looks left, throws. That's caught. Gainwell, he's going to fall forward. They got the line to gain. That's a first down. Stays in bounds. The clock will dip below 8 to go third quarter, but a first down for Philadelphia. They're moving the ball well here in the third.
Got to keep it rolling. At least he got the first down there, but let's see. They're going to show the replay, I guess, to double check and make sure.
Yeah.
Put the hand down. Yep, should be first down.
Okay, there we go. Good spot. 41-yard line of Philadelphia. Gainwell still in. This seems to be his drive right now. He's to the right of Hurts in the gun. They motion Goddard out to the top of the formation. Hurts takes the snap. Standing in the pocket. Steps up, throws. He's got A.J. Brown. It's caught at the 30.
Go.
Brown makes a man miss to the 20. He's got one man to beat.
Go.
To the 10. Still going. Still going.
On.
He's in. Let's go.
He did it.
There we go.
Down.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A.J. Brown. Bang. That's
wow. Huge. Wow. This is that fake tight end screen. Is a flag.
Sirianni doesn't look upset though. I think we're okay. I hope we're okay. But he seemed to be suggesting something. So
it's on Washington. We're good. Oh my goodness. Roughing the passer. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay. Let's go.
Wow. Big play. Yeah, it's just
a
helmet to helmet from Josh Sweat. Yeah, that's that fake tight end screen, and they run in A.J. Brown right past him, and then Brown, he had to make a couple people miss. Good blocking by Smitty at the end there.
Very good.
Huge. And the Eagles have their first lead of the game.
59 yards. Big time.
Let's go. Huge.
That's the type of play, right? I mean, that's what we've been talking about. You got playmakers all over the field. Get it in their hands. Good throw by Jalen. Good time for him to throw.
They're going to go for 2. We'll try to make this a 4-point game. This is interesting.
Yeah, kind of a
Hurts
surprising
in the gun. Gainwell next to him. Takes the snap. Turn, give Gainwell. He's got it, though. Wow. Gutsy call there from Philadelphia. But you got to like it as they get in. Great second drive of the third quarter by the Eagles. You got to like that.
Let's go. Yeah, those are the types of plays we wanted to see. I was too amped up to hear if this actually happened. I'm assuming with the penalty that's why Sirianni went for it. You accept the penalty, get a little bit closer with a 2-point try. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to where we started whenever he handed off Gainwell the ball there. But a little bit surprising to go for 2. But hey, you know what? You're up 4 now. The biggest thing to me that I love, and I'm sure everybody does too, is like, I mean, it feels like finally, right? We've had a couple. You got the Olamide Zaccheaus touchdown throw, but I mean, that's what we want to see. You get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. You got some blocking downfield, and AJ with the ball is always dangerous. So let's go. 59 yards.
Get a quick super chat in here from Mike. He wants to get in on our jersey giveaway happening at the end of the third quarter, getting closer and closer to that. He says these refs picking and choosing. They definitely have been doing that. But hey, you got one to go against the Commanders on that hold on DeAndre Swift, kept the chains going. And then, of course, Jalen Hurts makes him pay. They've probably been setting that double move up for a while. Wow, A.J. Brown's first touchdown of the game, first touchdown of the year. Nice passing touchdown from Jalen Hurts. Great overall by Philadelphia. We welcome in almost 600 people watching, 3 likes away from 200, and we mentioned it, giving away a jersey of your choice, another black or midnight green at the end of the third quarter. So if you have not dropped a super chat yet, now's your chance to get in on that, as the Eagle defense is going to be playing with their first lead in a very long time, and basically the entire game.
Gosh, it feels so much better, obviously, to be up like this. But yeah, just the fact that it has not been having the lead for too much, and then you also get the 2-point conversion. It's a gutsy call, but you're up 4, and that's huge. That's a much bigger. I don't know how many people go for it there, really, right? I mean, because whenever I'm thinking about it, even though you got the penalty, sure, you can say, we're going to get a little bit closer. I mean, conventional wisdom, I feel like is just take the points, just go for the extra point. But all right, hey,
it's a 4-point game now. You got to like that.
And now
got to like that.
About can the momentum, a lot of times, as we know, you see in a lot of games, all of a sudden you get one side of the ball to be playing well, the other side reciprocates. You get complimentary football on that side, but can you start to be able to have the pass rush get home if Howell's going to be pressed in action and do some stuff? There's still plenty of time, so they're not going to probably abandon things. But That's got to be an energizer to the defense too. You see a big play like that, like, all right, let's go. Let's give the ball back to the offense.
Josh H drops another 5 on the super chat. Told you we played like this all the time last year. The goal is W, not stats. We all agree. You love to see it. We'll get you 5 more entries, though, into our giveaway as Elliot sends this one out the back of the end zone. Then David drops a $2 super chat. Great blocking from Smith and Oz to help AJ. Yeah, that could have been a big game, but not a touchdown. And the blocking makes it even better as David gives us 2 more here. Get your super chats in as we get closer and closer to giving this jersey away in, 7 minutes of football time, maybe a little bit more. We're going to find out.
Here we go.
Zacchaeus running down the field there. That is really, really well done. As he fist bumps. Yeah, he gives a nice fist bump there. Sorry, 21-17, not 22. I'm wrong on the score. Howell takes the snap, looks right, throws. That's caught. They're going to find the tight end out to about the 33-yard line, so a gain of 7. Be second down and short, as Thomas has had a pretty good day. The Commander tight end. But Philadelphia with a lead now as we dip below 7 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Yep, 2nd and 2. Had a little bit of a soft space there for Thomas, so kind of an easy route to pick up that gain. And we've seen it in the past. Kind of an easy pickup.
All right, 6:47 to go. 2nd down and 2 from the 33-yard line of the Commanders. Howell in the gun, Robinson to his left. Here's a give to Robinson running right. He tries to get around the edge. He can't. Nice play there by Darius Slay, although I think they got the first down with an extra kind of leap into the end zone. I think they might measure it. Let's see.
It looked like he was short initially. I mean, he did reach for it, to your point, but I think he... Or did he keep himself up with the hand? Yeah,
I think he got it.
Yeah, he might have actually, yeah.
Let's see what they call. I don't think they gave it to him, though. They don't. 3rd and inches.
Okay, 3rd and inches.
Well, and then they're going to burn a timeout, which is big, too. I think they were hoping that they would get a measurement, but refs refused to do so. It'll be 3rd down and inches.
Okay, big potential stop here. You get to stop and get the ball back. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat as well. We're getting questions of which shows to subscribe to. So there's Thomas and mine. So you got to be subbed to both for the jersey. I'm going to throw Thomas's in there real quick.
All right, 3rd down and inches. I've been told that the tush push is unstoppable and that anyone can run it. So if I was the Commanders, let's prove us wrong and run the tush push here, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's see. Is it unstoppable? I've seen a lot of teams fail at it. So
Bieniemy is trying to call the play from his menu there in front of him. 3rd down and inches. Davis is in there on the line. Cox is in there on the line. Let's see what they can do here. Shotgun on 3rd down and inches, surprisingly. From the 35-yard line. Now they come under center, and they do try and sneak it.
Hang on.
Did Thomas get it? I think he did. That was a direct snap to the tight end. Wow. He got it. Hey, look, the tush push does work. Good job.
That was a surprising front. They could tell, as soon as he got under, like, okay, this is happening. Nicholas Morrow comes running up, trying to stop the initial push. It looked like he was a little short, but then he did actually, speaking of the tush push, gets a block there from one of the receivers. I couldn't tell who that was that was coming up and pushing. No, that's Howell, actually. I think Howell did.
I can't believe it.
Howell's the one
tight end grab it. Take the snap, but 1st down and 10. Howell in the gun. Takes a snap. Play fake. Steps up in the pocket. Clean pocket. Now he dumps it off to his backup tight end there. Good tackle by Darius Slay, who's going to be hurt on that play. You wonder if his shoulder that he kind of led with there. They got Cameron Brate there on the catch. Be 2nd down and 4. That's a gain of 6, though. We'll check in on Slay as he gets to his knees, as Matthew Terrell has put into our jersey giveaway here, hoping the D can step up and get some quick hits. That would be nice. Yeah, that's Slay lowering his shoulder. That looked like it hurt. Matthew, we got you down for 2 more.
Gosh, yeah, it's a good way to bring him down there, but yeah, he's instantly kind of holding his shoulder.
Well, now
it's not bad.
He's standing up. He's walking off. Who comes in? Is it Ricks? You think it might be Rick's, right?
That's what I would. I mean, you're going to have probably Job in the sense of staying the outside, I would imagine. You're going to have Job and Bradbury. I mean, my thought would be Job and Bradbury, and then you look at potential for who that is for a slot. But
All right, let's see
looks
what
like
they
Job
do
is the one
here.
coming in.
So then, yeah, Job and then Bradbury and then whoever they want to throw into the slot is going to be the question. And so Bradbury moves to the other side.
All right. Yep. You have Bradbury on.
Be nice
on
if
the
Hassan
left.
Reddick showed up to one of these games, huh? It'd be nice if Reddick could do something here.
Yep. It would be cool to get a sack, or pressure something.
All right, second down and 4. All right, 42-yard line. Howell takes a snap, play fake, very clean pocket, steps up. Now he's going to go deep. Home run ball. He's trying to hit into
Reed.
It's incomplete. Reed Blankenship. Wow, him and Bradbury together.
Reed was there. Reed was.
Yeah.
I mean that play. But you talk about the plenty of time. It's still surprising because the Eagles sent 5 guys. They had 5 guys. You figure one of them get home, but plenty of time, throws it up there. And Reed kind of turned into the receiver for a second. It looked like he was he's eyeing that football. He's like, I'm not even caring about where you are right now. This is my pick.
Wow.
Very close to getting it.
Well, I get going after the replacement, but the replacement was Bradbury. Here we go. Third down and 4 from the Commander 42. 4:51 to go, third quarter. Empty set. Howell takes a snap. Here comes pressure. They got him! Oh no, he spun out of it. Now they got him, and Morrow got the sack there. There's a penalty flag. What is this going to be for?
Oh no. Sweats.
They can't call this roughing the passer. He had the football. It's on the Commanders. Okay. Jeez,
okay.
Thank goodness.
Sweat threw his arms up for a second, so I was like, oh no, you got to be kidding me. That's them. But yeah.
Wow. Fletcher Cox had him first, and Reddick had a chance there too, and then in comes Nicholas Morrow, who might be the MVP of the day on the defense. He's playing great and gets a sack.
No joke.
Fletcher Cox just sunned that right guard. My goodness.
Manhandled the left guard. And you're right, though, man. Nicholas Morrow leading in tackles, or what, second? Is he leading? I think he was leading a second ago. Zach Cunningham and him close. I think they're both at, no, Cunningham's 10. But yeah, 9 for Morrow, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He's been good.
So the Eagles forced 2 punts back-to-back here for the Commanders. Let's get a Soul Center super chat getting on the jersey. He says, thanks for doing these play-by-play calls. Working in retail, can't always watch the game. We gotcha. That's why we're here. We appreciate you, though. You got 5 entries in for this jersey. Try and get you a jersey for working in retail. We'll see if we can do it. It's a flag on this punt. I'm trying to see what this is for. So they moved the spot of the ball a little bit there. They didn't kind of give him it wasn't a flag. They just moved the ball backwards a little bit there. So 4th and 9 instead of 4th and 12. But all right, they're going to get the ball back, and the Eagle offense has been humming here in the third quarter. Let's see what they can do with their third possession of the third quarter.
Let's go.
Covey standing back at his own 20 to receive this as the Commanders get the punt up. Commander Covey calls for it, catches at the 20, makes 2 men miss. Now across the 30, there's a good return by Covey as he gets to at the 33-yard line. And back out comes Jalen Hurts in this Eagle offense as the defense is starting to kind of settle down and hold up their end of the bargain, huh?
They are, yeah. Nicholas Morrow getting a high five from Nick Sirianni on the sideline, too. So he's happy about it. Yeah, You're starting to see really good play, and the guys pick up. And again, we talked about it. Like, this is the momentum, the potential shift. You make a play on one side of the ball. Defense comes out now. They get a sack, make a play. Ball back to the offense. See if you can keep this going.
Wow, Buffalo has just scored again following a Tua Tagovailoa interception.
Okay.
Diggs was going to make it 41-20. Buffalo right now over the the lossless Dolphins as they a little bit of hangover there from beating up on the Broncos, huh?
Yeah, that's a little surprising. It makes me feel better because we're going to, as most people probably know, we're going to be at the Dolphins game in this month. I was going to say next month. It's October 1st. It's crazy. Shout out to my brother. It's his birthday today, Jonathan. October, going into the Dolphins game, we were talking about, a little scared, or maybe not scared, but just, you look at a 70-20. Granted, it was the Broncos, but hey, Miami's looking dangerous, and they still will be dangerous. But I think it's like, okay, you know what? Each week is a new one. Doesn't matter what they did the previous week. And I'm surprised, that it's 41-20. I figured it'd be a very close game. I'm not sure who I was going to pick necessarily to win that one, but 41-20, Bills are taking advantage for sure.
Jersey giveaway happening into the third quarter. Jump in on that. If you've not dropped a Super Chat yet, if you have, you can sit tight, and we're going to be drawing that here right when the third quarter ends, between the third and the fourth. So stay tuned for that one coming up. If you don't know how to do it, just drop a Super Chat, get you entered in. Broncos 28-14. They're down to the Bears. Ravens are going to probably hang on here and beat the Browns. They've had no offense in Cleveland. 21-3 Baltimore. The Bengals offense continues to be absolutely anemic. 27-3 Tennessee. Rams 28-3 over the Colts. Bucks just finished the fourth quarter 14-16, and the Vikings are starting to at least find their groove. They're up 21-13 over the Panthers, and the Steelers have the football at the 50-yard line trying to get a drive against this Texans defense. They're down 16-6 to Houston.
Yeah, a couple surprises there. I know we mentioned it earlier too, but I mean, Burrow with the injury, I think it's affecting it more than maybe people would realize, but still a 27-3 against Tennessee. That is a beatdown. And, he played okay, but there wasn't great offense last week against the Rams either. So they got to get something figured out, and hopefully he gets healthy.
All right, here we go. Eagles' last three possessions have been field goal, and touchdown. Let's see what they maybe get Agent Zero involved, although it looks like Gainwell is going to be behind Hurts in the pistol on this first drive from the 31-yard line. Hurts takes the snap. Turn give Gainwell. Runs up the middle, and he's going to get about 4 until he gets knocked down by multiple Commanders in the middle of that football field. So he's second down and about 6.
All right, let's get this running game going. It's 16 carries, 47 yards, only averaging 2.9 yards a carry. Again, I know it's been a concerted effort for the Commanders to stop, but you think with a big shot on the last drive, maybe you get a little bit more holes opened up.
All right. Let's see what they do here on second down and 6. Gainwell's still in there. You start to kind of wonder where's Swift a little bit here. You'd like to see Agent Zero close this game out, but they've been running it well, at least when he's been on the field. Second down and 6. Hurts in the pistol. Gainwell still behind them. There's another run for Gainwell on the right side. Tries to bounce it up the field. He's got a first down and a lot more. There's a good run. That's Gainwell's best of the year so far. That's good for probably 10 to 15 plus first down Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's a great play there. Cuts it back upfield, like you mentioned. He gets a great block from Jack Stoll. Has kind of an opening there. Best run of the day for Gainwell.
Good job by Opeta as well. He had a nice second-level block there, too. All right. Let's see what they keep running Gainwell. He's still in this one. First down and 10 from the pistol, approaching the 50. Play fake. Hurts backs up in a clean pocket. Now fires left side. That's caught. Dallas Goedert. What a throw there by Jalen Hurts. There is a flag. That's a gain of about 20. Let's see what this flag is on. This is in the area of illegal contact, I think, unless they're going to bring it back. Yep, defensive illegal contact. First down, Philadelphia.
Okay.
There's Dallas Goedert. Yeah, he got held onto a little bit there, and then Hurts puts this. Jeez, that's a good throw. That's first down into the 38-yard line of the Commanders.
That was literally, within, an inch or so of being incomplete and knocked away, but puts it right there, and great catch from Goedert.
All right. Only a second of the day so far, but the Eagles are driving yet again. 3 straight scoring drives. Here's a first down and 10 from the Commander 35. Gainwell still the lone setback. Hurts takes the snap. Play fake. They're to go max protect. Hurts rolls to his left. Still rolling. Now he's going to run out of bounds. He's going to lose a yard and run over the ref on his way out of bounds. He should have tossed that one out of bounds. The line judge just got lit up. And she's being looked at. Looks like she's getting to her feet now though. As Hurts, he should have just tossed that away, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. He just kind of didn't realize it. Oh, that didn't look good for the line judge either.
Yeah, that hurts.
The head on the back of the head on the ground there. Yeah, I don't know. He could have thrown it away, to your point. Saved a couple yards, but just runs out of bounds.
Line judge is okay. She's up there. The Eagles got to get back to the line, though, as they might have to burn a timeout here. Unless they're going to reset the clock for us. Let's see what they do. Looks like they reset the play clock. So 2nd down and 13. So a loss of 3 for Philadelphia. And they are going to reset the play clock for the injured ref. Okay. All right, 2:09 to go at 3rd quarter, getting close to our jersey giveaway happening in just a couple of minutes here. Can the Eagles add some more points to make it even sweeter? 2nd down and 13 from the Commander 39. Hurts in the gun. Swift back in the game. Calls for the football. Turn gives Swift running left side. Nice hole there, and he gets about 6.5. I mean, DeAndre Swift, he just doesn't get hit early. He busts through every single little hole he can find. And gets a good chunk. I mean, it's a 2nd down and 13 run that makes it now 3rd down and 6.
He just looks different. Again, you kind of mentioned it or alluded to it there. He just looks different whenever he's running with the football. The O-line blocks the same way, but when it's him versus Gainwell, you just see a clear, noticeable difference.
1:22 to go 3rd quarter. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left. 4 receivers. Hurts takes a snap on 3rd and 5. Steps up. He's going to go deep. Home run ball. He's looking for A.J. Brown, who's got it there down at the 5-yard line. No, they called it incomplete, but there's a flag.
Oh,
What are they doing with this flag here? I thought A.J. Brown caught this. 1. The ball came out at the end. Yeah, incomplete. Let's see what the flag is, though. They might have illegal contact. Yeah, this is going to be illegal contact on the Washington Commanders, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be.
Yep, very clearly illegal contact there. Yep. They're going to call pass interference, not illegal contact. That's a spot foul. That's going to be at least a 12-yard gain there. Huge. Huge, huge, huge.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. Listen, A.J. Brown making an impact here. He got the touchdown pass on the previous drive and then draws the penalty on that drive. Looks like he's cramping a little bit on his leg. They're going to give him some fluids and work on it there. But the man in the bright pink cleats, A.J. Brown, big impact as Philadelphia. I think they're back in the Washington red zone, or at least really close to it.
Yep, got to take advantage.
1:11 to go 3rd quarter. 21-17 Philadelphia. Brown will be off the field for this one. Hurts standing, surveys the defense from the gun. Takes the snap. Here comes some pressure across the field. That's caught. DeVonta Smith outruns a linebacker. That's a 1st down gain there. There's Smith in a one-on-one matchup against a much slower linebacker, and he makes it, takes advantage of it and gets another 1st down.
We'll take that matchup any day of the week. I'm not sure why you got a linebacker matched up there, but that is a definite, like you say, disadvantage. And Hurts recognizes almost immediately. Great gain. Into the red zone. This is important now. We've struggled with this.
Throwing the ball very well this game. I mean, people questioning, wondering. He's looked really great, especially in this 3rd quarter. This might be the final play of the 3rd, though. 40 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Hurts in the gun from the Commander 15. Takes the snap. Gainwell into cover. Fires to the end zone. Incomplete. Not sure where he was going. He wanted Goddard, but it looked like they were not on the same page there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, Goddard was, to your point, not looking for it. Just overthrew, but it's that type of, I don't know. It's like we've wanted to see, and Goddard's gotten more, so we could say that. But even in the broadcast here, you're hearing Daryl Johnson saying that's the type of disconnection that you're seeing just from something that it's comfort or with the offensive play calling or something, but they were not on the same page.
Gainwell to the left of Hurts. 2nd down and 10. Hurts takes the snap. Now he's going to be a designed quarterback run, and that was horrible. Sheesh. Sometimes the red zone play calling just is infuriating. That goes nowhere. Maybe lost a yard. 3rd down and 11. And
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you don't run DeAndre Swift. It's like, okay, well, that's going to end the 3rd quarter here. So, Philadelphia 21, Commanders sitting there at 17, and they're going to have a third down with a chance to get some sort of points left. Let's quickly sneak in some more Super Chats here. We're going to draw very shortly for our jersey giveaway. Tony Cadillac says, had to purchase Sunday ticket to watch from Hawaii. Simulcasting your live at the same time. Why don't the Eagles run Swift more than Gainwell? Great question. I just said that. I mean, you get in the red zone, you have a guy who's been dominant in the red zone for Philadelphia and DeAndre Swift. They don't run him for whatever reason. And, we're left with what we're at right now. But the good news is, Tony, you got 5 entries into our jersey giveaway. So for those of you wondering, if you've not gotten your Super Chat in, you got about a minute to drop those final Super Chats. Josh is preparing our spinning wheel. And when that wheel is ready to go, we're going to spin it and see who's going home with a brand new jersey. Be pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll get those. Got you down for the Super Chat. But I agree. I think it's something that we've continued to talk about just endless, really. I mean, the fact that we have, like, I don't know, the fact that we can get down there, right? It seems like, we do have some struggles. We can get down to the red zone and some things are working, mainly with DeAndre Swift. And then, like you talked about, he just doesn't get the ball. You don't hand the ball off. I don't know if it's you get too cute or you're just overthinking it or what it is. But the fact that the Eagles have been, coming into this game, I think it's 25th in the league, something like that, red zone efficiency. And, you see kind of another case in point of, you get there, and then what's the play call with the QB design run? I mean, I don't get it. It does not make sense. And then it looked like a miscommunication on that last pass play between Hurts and Goddard. But regardless, it's just something that you see there of like, there's a common denominator that something happens when you get into the red zone. I can't quite figure it out.
Yeah. It's strange in the red zone for sure. I'd like to see if Swift get some more touches. Okay, a couple Super Chats rolling in here. Make sure everyone gets a chance before we go and spin this wheel. Brian Payton, 5 entries. Hi, let's go Eagles. Brian, let's go Eagles. We appreciate that.
What's up, Brian? Appreciate it.
And then always on cue, 2 entries here. It doesn't say anything, but I assume you're just trying to get in on the giveaway. So that's the way
Counts
to do
just
it.
the same.
Yep, we're going to be doing that here in just a second. Is this the same Super Chat from the last one or a new one? This is a new one. If you did not Super Chat, if you Super Chatted last week, we gave away that hoodie, and now this week is a different one. So, as we're going to go ahead and spin this very shortly. Josh has almost got it ready. Just want to make sure anyone else who wants to get in has their chance. Denver has come back. I saw that in the comment section. Denver has just tied the Bears, so keep an eye on that one. It looks like Anthony Richardson has scored for the Colts. All right, we're going to spin it after this play. Let's see this play here, and then we're going to spin this one.
Okay. Always on cue. He said, had to be quick. Love you guys, though, so he didn't get the comment in because he's just getting in for the Super Chat. So we appreciate that, but got you down.
All right, let's do this 3rd and 11, and then we're going to spin this thing. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell still to his left. Hurts takes the snap. They're going to run Gainwell right side, and he fumbled. Lane Johnson falls on it. What are they doing, man?
I just don't understand that play call.
What?
I mean, what do you expect to do on 3rd and 11?
Just to give to Gainwell, huh? Boy, and if we lose that fumble, we're in huge trouble. Wow.
Yeah. That just makes no sense.
It's so conservative, too, right? Like, come on, a touchdown blows this game open. A field goal only makes it a one-score game still, as Elliott got the field goal. Yeah, that's strange. Very, very strange. All right, let's get the wheel ready to go. Let's spin this thing.
All right. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's frustrating. Not going to lie. Okay, well, we should be... Okay, I think we should be good on the wheel now.
Okay, let's get the wheel and the screen share, and let's spin it to see who wins a jersey. There it is.
Okay, we got it.
All right. These are everyone who super chatted between Wednesday and today. And obviously a bigger piece of the pie for the bigger donors, but everyone still has a chance. Although, hang on, I just got one more. Can we squeeze in one more here?
Okay, yep, we can do one more.
Let's go ahead and squeeze in one more. Eric, let's go for 5. I want to make sure we got Eric's. We hadn't spun yet, so technically he still gets to do it. But as soon as Eric is the last one. Eric is the last one.
All right, we got it in. We good?
All right, we're good. Here we go.
Okay, we're going to spin it.
All right.
For any jersey. Here we go.
Not Kelly Green because they're all out of stock. Here we go.
Right, yes, what it's dependent on. Here we go. And the wheel is spinning.
It
Who will this be?
is
Hey!
Donatello.
Donatello Dragon. I think I forgot to add the last part of it, but
Okay, Donatello's in. All right, Donatello, you know the drill.
congrats.
You know the drill. Send us an email. Let us know your information. We'll get that sent out to you. Let us know which one you want. Yep, Robert, we had you in there, Robert. All right, congratulations, Donatello. I like what Lori said. Maybe the fumble sealed Gainwell's fate. I hope so. That would be very nice because the Gainwell's fate. Oh man, he's been tough. He's been really tough. Nate just threw in one more super chat. This was obviously not count, but we appreciate it nonetheless. Do you agree with them playing Gainwell? No. Where's DeAndre Swift in the second half, man? I mean, come on, we gotta seal this game up. Crazy.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Well, congrats to Donatello and also Nate. I mean, you'll get in on the next one. So anyone who has super chat from here to the end of the game, I'll keep track, and you'll have a chance for whatever we give away next. But I don't understand it. Is 1st and 10 going to be a little screen pass to McLaurin, brought down for a gain of 4, brings up a 2nd and maybe they gave him 5, so 2nd and 5.
All right, starting the fourth quarter, boy, a touchdown on that last drive. You're starting to feel great now. I mean, you're one play away from this being a tie game.
Yeah, I don't get it. Going back to that play call, it makes no sense where you're at in the field. Why? What on earth are you going to accomplish by that? All right, well, 2nd and 5, 13:40 to go in the fourth. Howell takes the snap, 4-man rush, gets it away, tackled by Reed Blankenship, but just short of the sticks. Looks like that was Dotson on the gain. So it'll be a 3rd and about 1.
Let me know your game clock. I think I'm a little ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's play clock is 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Should be good.
Like Slay's back in. I saw in the comments section. Big 3rd and 2 here.
That's good.
Here we go.
Yep. 3rd and 2, 13:04 to play in the game clock. Howell in the gun. The crowd is definitely on their feet. You can hear the noise here. Takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Going to get pressure up the middle, trying to roll outside. He's looking upfield. He's going to run for it. And no, he throws it. It's complete now at a 1st down. It looked like he was going to try to run for it. He found Wilson inside for a 1st down. Gosh, that's deflating.
Boy, Brandon Graham coming around the edge, almost had him. And then Bradbury has to make a decision to go after Howell to stop the 1st down run or leave Gibson open, and he chose to stop the run, and Gibson was across the line to gain. Good throw there by Howell, good catch, and they moved the chains.
All right, 1st down now at the 40. Washington with the ball, Howell under center. Play action, looking deep, left side, pressure. He escapes it, goes out to his right side. Now he's going to try to run, and he'll pick up about a yard or 2 before he's chased out of bounds by Milton Williams, and I think that was Zach Cunningham. So 2nd and 8.
Couldn't tell who had a blitzing off the edge. I think it might have been one of the corners or a safety. It was a number 2 that had a number that had a 2 in it, but a free shot at Howell and couldn't get there in time. That could have been a big sack.
Man, they are starting to get closer, and
they are.
It's just can't quite get home, but it's only you only gave up a couple yards, so 2nd and 8. 11:38 on the game clock. Howell takes the snap over the middle, quick throw, caught to about a 4-yard gain before he's brought down by Reed Blankenship and James Bradbury.
3rd down and 4. Commanders only have so many drives left. You hold them with no points here today. Come on. Get off the field.
Okay, 3rd and 4. What is Desai going to draw up here? Do you send pressure? Or do you just stick with the 4-man rush like we've seen most of the time?
Carter, Cox, Reddick, Sweat. Reddick been quiet the entire game. Does he get one here? 3rd and 4.
3 on the play clock. Howell in the gun takes the snap, 4-man rush. He's got a little time. Now he's getting pressure. He gets away from Jalen Carter now out to the left side. It's a chase from Josh Sweat, but he's forced out of bounds by Edmonds. I think he's short. I think he's short.
He got it.
There's
a flag. This a late hit?
And if they call this is ridiculous if they call this a late hit. There's a flag on the play, but this cannot
be a late hit. He's still in bounds.
It's got to be something else. If there's a flag for it, there's no way that it's anything except for that.
Jalen Carter had him. No, he's barely. This is. They called it on Philadelphia.
No, oh my gosh.
He's
Defense number 26? Are you kidding me?
Oh,
He's
my,
not.
still
How
in
is he supposed
bounds.
to slow down for that? It's not like Sam Howell's giving him. He's not
No,
giving himself
they're
up.
hitting the.
He's literally hit as he's touching the. No. That's ridiculous.
What's he supposed to do? Just let him reach the ball out there and get a first down?
I mean, yeah. You can think back to the Bengals game. That's the first thing that comes to mind. The Bengals and Chiefs were the late hit. That's a late hit. Like in the AFC Championship game, for sure, that's a late hit. This one here, that is a bang bang play.
Unbelievable. Even Dean Blandino on the Fox broadcast saying the same thing.
That's stupidity. All right, 1st and 10. Washington Commanders the ball, throws that left side swing pass. It's caught, breaks the tackle, gets up to the first down marker. That might be a first down before Zach Cunningham brings down.
They're still going to show us this replay. Yeah, it's a good play by Cunningham on Curtis Samuel. I don't know if he got the first down, though. I guess that penalty is just a killer because now they're into field goal range in a 7-point game. Gives them an automatic first down. You got to get up the field here. You got to make sure you get up the field right here.
Yeah, that's a stupid call. I don't get it. All right, 2nd and 1. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, looks right. Pump fakes, throwing deep now. Got him in, and he's overthrown, incomplete. Intended for Dotson. Bradbury in coverage. Brings up a 3rd and 1.
All right. Bradbury's been fine today. Filling in for Slay a couple of possessions or a couple of snaps. Playing in the slot as well. Good coverage there on Dotson on a little stutter go. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 1. I mean, the Eagles have not been able to get the football field a lot. Let's see what they can do here.
Big 3rd down, 3rd and 1. 9:41 on the game clock. 8 on the play clock. Howell in the gun. They're going to look like to quarterback sneak. There's a false start, though. False start. He's not going to get it, but it's not going to count, unfortunately. So it's going to be a false start.
They ran that same tush push with the tight end Thomas, but this is a false start. Guess who was there to stop it, though? Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm. I guess what would you... Yeah, you saw it coming. And like you say, as soon as he got under center, Logan Thomas, you knew it was coming there. Brandon Graham getting around the edge. Jalen Carter forcing him to kind of push it out to the right. But
so what do you do here? Do you accept the penalty and make it 3rd and 6? Oh, they called it illegal formation instead of the false start.
Okay,
all
I
right,
was going to say.
So now 4th and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6.
Sorry.
I was going to say, with the false start, I don't think you get the option. You're just going to have to take the 5.
Right.
But, yeah, still, I mean, with it being a 4th and 1 or a 3rd and 6. But here we go. Howell in the gun. McLaurin in motion. Coming near side right. He's got trips right. 3rd and 6. Howell takes a snap. 4-man rush. Looking over the middle of the field. He's got it complete. First down. And it is Samuel who just basically runs straight to the sticks and turns around. He's got that soft coverage.
Brandon Graham hits Howell as he throws this ball. But, yeah, nice zone beater play. It's easy. Jeez. And they're talking about the soft coverage. You mentioned it. Soft coverage on 3rd and 6. Can we not let him get more than 6 yards?
It's like we seem to just love to go to that for some reason. All right. 1st and 10. Howell, the handoff to Robinson up the middle. He has a hole, breaks a tackle, pushes forward a gain of about 8 or 9. Brings up a 2nd and probably 2.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
That was... They're driving. That's the 10th play of this drive. The Eagles are going to have to bend but not break and then score the next time they have the football.
Yep, 2nd and 1. 8:10 on the game clock. Howell under center. Single back formation, takes the snap, handoff Robinson. Left side has a big hole, cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, touchdown.
Wow.
That was a massive opening there that he just took advantage of, breaks Reed Blankenship's tackle, and that was too easy.
We're about to be tied. Holy cow. That was an easy drive. Bad tackle there by Reed Blankenship to try to save that. That was not great.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's tough in open space by that point. It's just, man, they got rolled there on that play.
All right. They get the extra point.
The PAT is up and good.
We're tied up. Jeez, this is crazy. All right, how about a competitive fourth quarter game? Haven't had one of those in a while. Philadelphia's been kind of pulling away in the fourth quarter, and now suddenly it's getting a little interesting here.
Yep. This is, I mean, I didn't expect this. I thought it would be a little bit under what the spread was listed as, but 24-24, middle of the fourth quarter. I don't know that any of us saw this coming, especially the way the Eagles answered. I figured, hey, you get a stop, keep that momentum up. But man, that's surprising. You never can count a team out.
Well, how about a classic look back to that 3rd and 11 run in the Commander red zone at Kenny Gainwell? You're gonna have to think about that one because that was atrocious. Just absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. It's there's a couple question marks really to me, and I mean, I hate to do the whole like excuse for the refs and them costing the game or costing drives or stuff like that, but I'm sorry, the Terrell Edmonds late hit, whatever you're gonna call it there, that to me, there's no way you call it. That is way too big of a penalty to be calling in that situation where it's such a bang play. I get it when it's late. I feel like every average NFL fan, just every person can see it and go, oh, that's clearly a late hit. But like for that one there, what are you supposed to do? You're literally both guys converging on the same spot, and it's not like Howell gave himself up. He's still running as fast as he can to get to that spot. That to me was a terrible blown call.
Well, now you need your 8-minute offense here. You need to make sure Kenny Gainwell doesn't touch the football again. You need to give it to DeAndre Swift, and you need to go right down the field in 5 or 6 minutes and score and put the pressure back on Howell. A 3-and-out would be devastating here because the Eagle defense has had a couple of drives where they've looked good, but overall Howell's played great, and the Eagle defense is getting worked a little bit here.
Yep, they definitely are. You need to answer to your point because there was nothing really. I mean, you had a couple, but nothing really from that past experience where you'd say, oh yeah, the defense is going to get a stop. But speaking of another close game that's maybe a little bit more surprising is the fact that the Broncos have tied it up. In fact, they have the ball.
Yeah.
28 all?
Yeah, 24 all. But yes.
Was it 24 all?
It was very clear. Yeah, 24 all. It's very clear that this was going to be...
I said the Broncos game, sorry. It's 28 all.
Broncos. Sorry. It was always going to be a close one, huh? I mean, this was always going to be a very close game. And especially after what you saw in the first quarter, right? The first quarter was the dead giveaway. It was going to be a tough one. So the fact that Philadelphia still in it, tied up, chance to still try and win this one, fantastic. But let's make sure we don't blow this one. Remember, Eagle teams of the past lose a game like this. But the Eagles team of the past 2 years win games like this. So let's see what they're able to do.
Yep. And Hurts has history against his side, technically, if you want to say the whole halftime lead thing where he was 0-5. So hopefully he can get the win and make it 1-5.
Oh, man. All right, come on. Agent Zero is back in, for those wondering.
Do we trust Brian Johnson's play calling and what he can draw up here? I typically it's okay. I've been all right with it, except for you get into the red zone and then it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. All right, Agent Zero time.
Okay, Hurts in the pistol, 8:01 on the game clock. He's going to take the snap, fake handoff. He's got a lot of pressure. Misses the guy, cuts up the middle. He's got a little room.
Go!
The 30, the 35, 40, 45.
Wow.
Downs at the 49. Jalen Hurts finally able to showcase a little niftiness and break through, make some guys miss. That looked like it was actually going to be a sack, so great play by Hurts.
Think back to Carson Wentz's 2017 where he ducked under a Russian commander defender on Monday Night Football and ran it for 20-plus yards. That was the exact same play. Somebody had him dead to rights. I don't know who it was. Hurts got through it. He has his biggest run, maybe the Eagles' biggest run of the game. That is massive, and what could have been a drive killer sack to start that fourth quarter drive.
Great way to start. Almost up near midfield now as the handoff to Swift. Up the middle, nowhere to go. Brought down after a gain of 1.
A little too scripted there. You kind of expect it to be a handoff after that run from Hurts, but maybe the worst run of the game for Swift, but at least nice to see him get a touch.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Come on, guys. Come on,
7 minutes. 7 minutes to play in the fourth. Tie ball game. 24-24. First divisional matchup. Can Jalen Hurts lead the Eagles for a score? As we got a false start.
Jeez, Mailata.
As Mason McRae says, Mailata's had a terrible game. He's compared to what he has done previously, he's struggled.
Joanne says positive vibes, Thomas. I'm trying to give positive vibes. It's difficult out here.
I'm starting to feel the pressure. That's why it's a little hard. I think it's you're rooting on a team and you're seeing some stuff. You're like, oh man, are we really going to do this? 2nd and 13. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right takes the snap. 4-man rush. Has plenty of time. Fires the left side and incomplete. Intended for A.J. Brown. That was very good coverage from Emmanuel Forbes.
I thought it hit Brown in the hands though. Did it not hit him in the hands?
I'd have to see here on this replay on the second. It might have. It was close, but
he slipped. Yeah, he slipped, and it still hit him in the chest, but AJ's slipping here, and he gets touched a little bit. That would have been a good play.
Yeah, might have gotten there a little early with Forbes' hands, but yeah, he did slip. That probably threw him off.
All right.
Okay, 3rd and 13. 3 on the play clock. Hurts takes the snap. Blitz coming. Rolls out to the left side. Buying time. Signals to a man. Throwing deep.
Incomplete.
And incomplete. Through for A.J. Brown. Forbes was in coverage along with, I think that was Forrest Jr., I believe, but incomplete. And, gosh, that's not good. I mean, he's going to take a shot. There's really nowhere else to go, so I guess – if it's a turnover, it's kind of like a punt essentially anyway. But he didn't have. It's not like Brown was wide open or anything. He had 2 guys on him.
Well, 6:35 to go, and they're gonna punt. Man needs to get a good punt here to pin him back deep. You'd like to get points on that drive. Put the pressure back on.
Man takes the snap, gets the punt away.
A lot better this time.
Good punt. Good punt. Plenty of hang time.
He waved the fair catch.
And he's going to take off. I was going to say, it looked like
that's a penalty too.
Okay, there we go. He's upset about it though, saying he didn't. But I was going to say, it looked like he did at first, but then he took off. He might be trying to suggest like he was shielding his eyes because Covey's done that a couple times. But this looked like we're going to get a good look at replay. That's clearly. Yeah, you're not shielding anything there. Are you kidding me? That's crazy too for him to try to suggest that he was. That's ridiculous. Man. Okay, 6:24 to play, tie ball game. That's going to put the ball, inside the 10?
I think so.
All right. As the Broncos have marched down the field to score, making it 31-28. Wow.
It's a good one. I'm keeping an eye on that one on Red Zone right now. The Rams are also trying to choke away their lead against the Colts. Dolphins had a 4th and goal. They got sacked, so the Bills are going to roll that one 48-20. Ravens just scored on a Mark Andrews touchdown, 28-3. And the Bucs looks like they're going to hold on against the Saints, 23-9 with 3:44 to go in the third quarter. Colts just scored on a passing touchdown to Alex Ogletree, so they're going to go for 2 to try to tie that game up with 1:56 left. Texans over the Steelers.
Right.
The Steelers... That's the upset, quote unquote, of the day, but the Steelers, rough. Really, really rough. Afternoon slate, Cowboys and Patriots on Fox. Raiders, Chargers. No Derek Carr, no Jimmy Garoppolo on that one. Cardinals, Niners, the final remaining unbeaten team, potentially, if the Eagles and Dolphins both lose. And then, of course, Chiefs and Jets tonight, for those of you who want to see a massacre at MetLife, or get a glance at Taylor Swift, because she will be at the game, and that's what they're going to show about 8 billion times on the TV.
Yeah, that's a given. You got the bingo card. That's you can just go ahead and give that as the free space because that is for sure going to happen.
All right, Colts going to try and convert this 2-point attempt to tie it against the Rams, Philly's opponent next week. They jumped. False start.
Hmm.
All right, so I mean, the defense has not gotten stops all day. So now is your chance, Sean Desai, to dial up something, to get the ball back, force a turnover. This is a team that got sacked 9 times last week and had 4 picks, and yet they continue to be really good. I mean, they've had no problems stopping this Eagle pass rush.
Yeah, it's that's one of the surprises. I mean, we talked about it a couple times, but I think we all expected to see a little bit more of a domination. I know you're going to scheme to game plan for it, so Bieniemy's done some different looks or showed some different looks. But yeah, it's a lot of times been 4-man pressure against their 5 offensive line front, and they're just winning. They're giving Sam Howell enough time.
They just said on the broadcast, dogfight here, 24-24. Here we go.
Handoff up the middle. Brian Johnson pushes for a gain of about 2 up to the 9-yard line. Is bringing up a 2nd and 8.
I've said it a billion times today, but Hassan Reddick needs to wake up. And if there was a time to get his first sack of the game, now would be the time.
Yep. I think I said Brian Johnson, but I meant Brian Robinson. But
yes,
for those wondering,
Brian. Here we go. 2nd and 7.
Brian Johnson needs to be ready for whatever the next drive is. So he's getting ready on the sideline. 2nd and 7, 5:53 on the game clock. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, has plenty of time, firing deep right side. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. He had a step. Pringle had a step on Slay. Slay was in pretty good coverage, but he did have a step on him. It was just overthrown.
Jeez, man all the way. They try to get a stutter go to the speedy Byron Pringle. Slay did a really good job. I mean, it's a little overthrown. Yeah. He might have still been in better position, but Slay did good enough. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Gotta get off the field right here.
This would be huge. Need this stop. 5:46 on the game. Yeah, that second look. Slay was better maybe than the first look intended, but 3rd and 7, 3 on the play clock. Howell takes the snap, 4-man pressure, got plenty of time, goes up the left side, has a whole first down up to the 20, up to the 25, all the way up to the 30 before he's finally brought down by Josh Jobe. A massive run from Sam Howell there.
Jeez. Can we get off the field at all? Man coverage, everyone's got their backs turned, running to find receivers, and goodness gracious. How many times are we going to let them convert on 3rd down? That's been the story of the day. Penalties giving them 3rd down conversions, and 3rd down conversions in general. It's been the difference maker. Come on, defense, do something.
There you go, 5:05. Howell under center takes the snap, handoff over to Gibson, and he's brought down almost immediately at the line of scrimmage, a run down by Zach Cunningham.
There's Zach Cunningham. Linebackers have not been an issue today. Everyone keeps thinking it's the weakest point. Honestly, pass rusher has been the worst part of the defense. Sure, the secondary is not covering well, but they got no pressure on Sam Howell today. 0 on Sam Howell.
It's been, very surprising. I can't really fathom it, honestly, with the lack of the pressure that they're getting, but all you need is one. Make a big play. 4:27 on the game clock. Howell in the gun. Got Gibson to his left, takes the snap. Looking over the middle, pressured, and sacked. He's sacked. That is Hassan Reddick. We finally have it. Hassan Reddick has got the sack. He did it. It took a long time, but we said, hey, you just need one. So, all right, that's what you need from the pass rush, because we had not seen it. The Eagles send a delayed blitz. Reddick over the right or over the left side. Sweat was converging there as well. But Hassan Reddick able to bring down Howell.
Sweat got there first. He went up. Reddick went down, and Reddick got him around the legs. That's a big sack. Okay, here's another 3rd down, another chance to get off this field. 3rd and 17 now. Surely, 3:45 to go.
Come on. 4
no
on the
penalties.
False start. False start. Time was
There's
running down. The crowd is incredibly loud. You can tell from the broadcast. False start, and right tackle just gave up a sack from Hassan Reddick, and I think you could tell what was about to happen. So create the false start. Andrew Wiley, back him up 5.
Come on.
3rd and 22.
Come on, you can't give up 3rd and 22. Where's that classic Eagles prevent defense putting people at the sticks that we used to know and love back in the day. Come on.
Just back him up. All right, 14 on the play clock. Howell in the gun, takes the snap, 4-man pressure, has enough time, rolling out to the right side, still trying to find someone deep, not going to have anyone, runs past the sticks and out of bounds for a gain of about 4.
Stop.
Forcing a punt. There you go. 3:31 on the game clock.
Okay, so Jalen Hurts is going to have 3:41, 3:31, and 3 timeouts to go get a win, huh?
I can do this. Yep, didn't have
good coverage.
Didn't really have anybody.
Good coverage. Right. Come on, guys.
All right, Tress Way to punt. Britton Covey back to return. Way gets the punt. And Covey is going to catch it around the 24.
Go.
Has a room up to the left side, cuts up the middle, has some more space. Finally brought down at the 41. A great return from Britton Covey. And plenty of time. 3:20 remaining in the game. 3 timeouts for the Eagles. And he got great field position. This is a picture-perfect spot.
That's a bad punt. That's a line drive. We saw Braden Mann do that earlier for Philadelphia. It gives your gunners not a lot of time to run down the field, meaning that Covey had a chance to return it, and he got about 15, 20 extra yards. So, all right, I mean, listen, a lot of issues for Philadelphia today. Not perfect by any means. First divisional matchup. Commanders have played, they're punching up, right, in terms of the competition after being 9-point underdogs at one point. But you go down and score here, you're 4-0. And you're one of the, 2 remaining teams that are 4-0 because the Dolphins are losing, and they will lose this game to the Buffalo Bills a little earlier. And then who knows what happens with the 49ers. So a chance to stay undefeated in an early, tough divisional matchup. Here we go. Come on, Jalen, let's go.
Let's go. This is closer than maybe I expected it to be, but this is your chance right here. 24-24, 3:20 in the fourth, 15 on play clock. Jalen in the gun. Swift to his left. A.J. Brown near side left. Takes the snap, fake handoff to Swift. Runs up the middle. Not a lot of space. Brought down after a yard.
Yeah, this is an RPO that has an option for Jalen to run as the third option there. Fakes the handoff. They try to set up a screen to the right. Very well guarded. And then Hurts had some room to the left, but slid down to avoid a hit. 2, yards in the run. No harm, no foul there. But don't punt this ball back.
Here we go. 2:45 on the game clock. Hurts again in the gun. Swift to his left. Got DeVonta far side right along with Zacchaeus. Now Swift in motion to the right. Looks out to the flats. Now Hurts takes the snap in the middle. Has a man. It's incomplete. He threw over to the left to Zacchaeus.
Jeez, he just dropped it. He's open. He's open. Is this a bad throw? I got to see the replay, but Hurts has Zacchaeus crossing to the left side. It's a little behind him and low, but this has got to be a catch. You got to catch that. That's a first down.
Yeah, it's both. I agree. He's definitely got to catch it, but it's really both. I mean, it needs to. Jalen could have put it on it better there, but it hits Zacchaeus in the hands. He's got to catch it.
3rd and 8.
Come on. Hurts in the
Can't
gun.
punt this ball back. Don't punt it back.
Commanders showing pressure. 3 on the play clock. And the Birds are going to call timeout.
Dang
Going to have to. Didn't like the look. They were late adjusting. Swift was kind of moving over to the right side of Jalen there, and Sirianni didn't like it.
All right.
2 timeouts remaining.
2:34. Both teams have 2 timeouts. You get the 2-minute warning. The problem for Philadelphia is you don't convert here. You're punting it back, and Howell has a chance to go down and kick a field goal and win this game. So a first down is almost going to give the Eagles not exactly field goal position, but really, really close to.
Yep. Yeah, you got to just huge 3rd down here. Yeah, if you can convert this with the way the time is, march down the field. I mean, we know what we have in Jake Elliott, and I hate to say like, oh, let's just rely on a field goal, but I mean, at this point, it just feels very difficult to move the football at this point. So just get enough.
All right. Here we go.
All right, 3rd and 8, 2:34 to play, 8 on the play clock. Hurts in the gun.
They got to hurry.
Trips right, 1 on the play clock, gets the snap away. Hurts has a little time, fires over the middle. It's caught, complete for Olamide Zacchaeus. There you go, first down. First down, converted, about a gain of 13 or so.
This is a great throw. He puts this in between two defenders. Oh my goodness. It's just a simple curl route. Go sit in the middle of the Eagles logo, and he put it right
Great
out of
throw.
the reach of the linebacker. What a catch.
Great throw, great catch.
All right, plus territory now. You're about 15 yards from field goal range.
All right. And we got the 2-minute warning. I was just curious if they
yep.
would get that off in time, but 2-minute warning. Eagles have 2 timeouts, tied 24 all.
Okay. All right, welcome in people watch us right now. And I hit the sub button. We appreciate the subs.
Wow. All right. I'm actually going to use the restroom real quick because I've been holding it for a while, and now with the adrenaline pumping, I will be back.
Yep, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. All right. How we feeling? Let me know in the chat right now if we're going to get this dub. Let me know in the chat right now as Josh is running to the bathroom. We get this dub. Come on. Any score here does it. Any score here does it. Be nice for Jalen Hurts to get a little monkey off his back. He's never won at home when trailing at halftime. So 0-5 in his career as a Philadelphia Eagle. Not that means anything, but it'd be nice for the Philadelphia Eagles to help Jalen out, get that monkey off the back, and get a tough win. There would be plenty of people talking in the media after this game, win or lose, about the Eagles looking rough today. But if you win, covers a multitude of sins. You go to 4-0, you stay undefeated. With the Dolphins losing today, they will go to 3-1. And then you have an interesting Cardinals team who beat Dallas last week, taking on the San Francisco 49ers, the other undefeated team. Well, it could get very interesting. Very interesting. If you're watching us for the first time, myself and Josh Davis, we do a ton of Eagles-related content every single day of the week. You guys subscribe to the channels. We greatly appreciate that. Give the shows a thumbs up. Let's see what they're able to do. All right. Give me a thumbs up down below. You think we're going to win this? I feel that first down goes a long way. Goes a very long way. As we bring Josh back into the broadcast here, we're still on a timeout right now. Still on a TV timeout. So we'll keep an eye on how quickly they come back from this.
All right. Feel a lot better after that first down.
Yes. Yes.
Getting very anxious there, not going to lie. Okay.
All right.
So what do you go with here if you're Brian Johnson? I mean, you're going to have the ball.
You kind of want them to use their timeouts, right? That's kind of the thought process here.
Yeah.
You're showing Sirianni talking to Jake Elliott right now, depending on how close he needs to get. But, I mean, you could still go score this thing, right? 2 minutes, 2 timeouts. You can run DeAndre Swift a couple of times because you want them to burn the timeouts, but you still need another 15 yards, right? The ball's at the 50. We don't need to make this a 65-yard field goal. Let's make this 40 if you have to. But it's Gainwell in the game right now, much to our collective chagrin.
Yeah, he seems to be the guy that they love to put in for 2 minutes. Hurts takes the snap, 4-man pressure. Over the left side, complete for A.J. Brown. Has the first down and out of bounds.
Didn't need to get out of bounds there. You'd like him to kind of turn back and stay in bounds, but a nice first down on a pitch and toss. Soft coverage on A.J. Brown. He's going to put his foot in the ground, catch it at the 38-yard line, and then make a nice stiff arm there on Forbes and gets across for a first down. Huge.
Really big play.
Here we go.
34-yard line of Washington.
30th pass of the day for Hurts. He's approaching 300 yards. He's at 261. AJ 7 for a $141 and a touchdown. Swift is also back in.
All right, 154 on the game clock. Hurts going to take the snap. Nope. He looked like he was. He's actually going to direct traffic. Now take the snap. Hand off to Swift. Up the right side. Has a little bit of a hole, but he's brought down eventually at the 29. A gain of about 4 or 5. Kelsey's helmet flew off during the play.
Jason Kelsey's helmet flew off. That tells you there's probably some illegal hands to the face there. He puts his helmet back on, but a gain of 4, and Washington burns a timeout. That's why you like the run call there.
Yeah, I was curious if, there was a hands to the face there. I figured they would call it because, I mean, his helmet came off. Usually you see that called most of the time, but they didn't call anything. All
right, one more first down. gets you basically the rest of the game sealed, right, in terms of the time. Because then you're going to be out of timeouts for Washington. You're going to be into field goal range, and then it's a matter of just how close can you get before kicking this one to seal it.
You're in a decent spot, but yeah, it feels like at this point, like you mentioned there, the clock with the way that it is, you're in field goal range. You're probably not going to get anything crazy besides just handoffs to Swift. I mean, that's all you kind of have to do at this point.
All right, here we go.
149. 2nd and 4. Hurts still with Swift there to his right in the gun. He's barking out signals. 2 on the play clock. He's going to get the snap away. Looking right side to the flat. Now going deep right side. He's got A.J. Brown. Touchdown!
Yes!
Touchdown! Fullback man. Touchdown. His second of the game. Let's go.
Wow.
30-24.
Wow.
What a throw.
The Jalen Hurts doubters silenced today. He was great in this game. There's a late flag. My assumption is it'll be for the celebration.
Probably.
And A.J. Brown, quiet, right? No touchdowns going into this game. He's got almost 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct on Philly on that one. Who cares? This is going to be a touchdown for Philadelphia. Still time left. You scored pretty quick, but obviously you take a score over anything else. The swole Batman's day, huh? How about that? Wow.
Love that. Love that.
Wow,
And they're
wow.
They're showing Emmanuel Forbes on the sidelines too. Very frustrated.
Yes.
Obviously, giving up the score. But yeah, I mean, it's A.J. Brown. We know what to expect. You mentioned it, not having a touchdown. Now he's got 2 today. He did have 131 yards last week, but this is, I think, just the difference. I mean, the ability to hit the big play as Jake Elliott knocks through the PAT. So 31-24, but A.J. Brown, eight receptions, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Massive game.
Big day for those of us who have him in fantasy. I got him in one of my leagues. You got him. I think you have him too, right?
Yep. In one of my leagues as well. Man, what a play. That's okay. I will say, and I think I saw this earlier from someone in the comments, so apologize if not, we're going to shout you out specifically here. But the play calling there, I mean, I think that was great because everyone is expecting, hey, you're going to run the football. All right, hey, you know what? Take a shot there. You get one-on-one coverage.
EAGLES, Eagles. There you go. How about that? All right, now, you still got to get a stop. We don't blow this thing. But now it's pass rush time. Now it's interception time. Wrap this thing up.
That's
How about that? Come on. A tough home division win is going to go a long way for the Eagles' final record. Massive. And listen, we were all big-time Patriot fans after this. If the Patriots win today and the Eagles get this dub, the lead in the NFC East is 2.5 games. I mean, it's way up there. Huge early on, 4 games into the season.
That's going to be big time. Oh, man. Okay, I can breathe a little pressure relief here, but as the kickoff is away, caught at the 10, up to the 20, right side, now up to the middle of the 30, the 35, a really good return up to the 36-yard line.
This was a short kick to try to make him run some clock, and it kind of bit the Eagles there as they didn't get down in time for a chance to cover there. But here comes Sam Howell. All right.
I think that's also the 15-yard penalty, that you're gonna have to probably force the kick or not able to kick out of the back of the end zone. As they show the replay there, I didn't catch it the first time, but A.J. Brown looks like he kind of said something to Forbes.
Set the ball in Forbes' hands. Forbes is distraught on the sideline. He's not good.
Upset.
Here we go.
Okay, not over though. Minute 36, ball on the 36. Howell takes a snap, left side complete. He's got Curtis Samuel, who breaks a tackle all the way past the first down now, all the way to the 46.
Inbound, though, so they still have a timeout, but this is going to cost them about 20 seconds. Let's see what they can do. One stop.
Still ticking here. Sam Howell in the gun takes the snap, delayed blitz coming. Morrow, he's got him.
Yes!
Morrow for the sack. Another one. Hassan Reddick was there
Nicholas
just afterwards,
Morrow.
but Nicholas, yeah, 3
Nicholas
sacks today.
Morrow. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Nicholas Morrow, huh? How about that? Boy, these delayed linebacker blitzes you didn't see from Gannon, they're starting to dial them up a lot more with Desai, and they're working. They're working really, 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 really well.
Mm-hmm. Putting so much focus on the D lineman that, yeah, it's just unstoppable. And okay, it's I figured the Commanders did. They did officially use their timeout. So 1:05 to play, no timeouts.
We got to give credit to Nicholas Morrow. Morrow was supposed to win this job when he was signed in the offseason. And then Philadelphia went, nah, we're going to go Dean. Christian Ellis was getting reps ahead of him. He didn't seem like he got a fair shake. They liked the guys that they brought in, whether it's Cunningham. And yet, now with injuries, Morrow thrust in there, and he hasn't shrunk. He's risen, and he's been fantastic the past couple of weeks. And it's going to be fascinating to see what they do with Nakobe Dean when he comes back, I think either next week or the week after, because both these linebackers and Cunningham and Morrow are playing really good football.
Yeah, fantastic. And the D-line getting some pressure too. So Howell now going to take the snap, though, pressured again, looking left side, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 17, 1:02 to play, and Fletcher Cox bringing the heat.
Yeah, this is when you hate to play the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't get pressure most of the day, and then slowly in this fourth quarter, they've worn you out. And now in for sure passing situations, you can just pin your ears back and throw your best pass rush moves at them. 3rd and 17 now. Carter, Sweat, Cox, BG mixing in with Reddick. Let's see what they do.
1:02 on the game clock. Just over a minute. 10 on the play clock. Birds up 7. 3rd and 17 at the Philly 40. The Commanders have the ball. Howell takes the snap. Pressure up the middle. Has a little time. Fires over the middle. It's complete. Just short of the sticks to Pringle. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 2 as Commanders are going to hurry up to the line and they're going to have to run a play because it's 4th and 2. You can't spike it. 47 seconds and ticking. They'll line up here now in the gun.
Here we go.
Takes the snap. 4-man pressure. Jalen Carter in his face. Now Howell out to the right side. He's got a man complete at the 40, up to the 35, the 30. Pushed out of bounds. Dotson by Slay. And 35 seconds remaining. There's a flag on the play, though.
What is this going to be? It's on the other side of the field. A receiver fell. This might be on the Eagles. It is. Yeah, Job was in coverage at the other side. This is where Howell looked first. And I think they got tangled up and went to the ground. And then Howell, looks to the right and finds a wide open Brown. All right, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Boy, it goes to show, though, how important 6 was in that last drive versus 3, because they're in field goal range right now, but they have to get 6 just to tie 7,
Yep. 35 seconds. Eagles send in a delayed blitz. Howell pressured, rolls out right side, has to throw it up to the right and out of bounds. Incomplete. Good. 28 seconds.
Good.
2nd and 10.
I like sending pressure here. Howell has had really, really good throws when he's had time in the pocket. And right now, they're not covering fantastic, but you can at least make Howell get off his spot and move out of the platform if you bring a little bit of pressure there. They faked a double-A gap blitz, then brought one of the linebackers, made Howell go to his right, and 28 seconds left. Come down to the wire.
Man, can you do it? Only 28 seconds left. 10 on the play clock. 2nd and 10. Commanders at the ball at the Philly 29. Howell in the gun. Takes the snap. Another delayed blitz. He's got a guy to the right side. Complete, just short of the sticks for McLaurin. It's at the 21. Inbounds. 20 seconds, still ticking. So they're going to have to hurry up and clock it. 15 seconds now. They might try to run a play. It looks like Howell's trying to get everyone up there. There's 12 seconds on the clock. Howell in the gun. Now to 9. Takes the snap. Looking to the right side. Complete. Has McLaurin out of bounds. Clock will stop at 5 at the 10-yard line.
Gosh. Philly's
10-yard line.
Philly's playing so soft right now to avoid a touchdown. And so it looks like Curtis Samuel just runs a 10-yard out. Sorry, McLaurin. It's easy pitch and catch here. And he's in bounds, and now they have a shot. They got 5 seconds. You're at the 12-yard line. Okay. Don't blow this.
Okay, 5 on the game clock. There's 5 on the play clock now. Time is ticking.
They're going to do a delay game.
On the play clock.
Yeah, it's a delay game.
And
Philly burned a timeout.
Timeout. Eagles called a timeout.
Why?
There was
Why not?
2 on the play clock, and they called a timeout. Might have even been down to 1 second.
If you're Washington and you score here, do you go for 2?
Oh
What do you
gosh,
do?
I hope they don't, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you like your chances of one play. You'd feel like you're stealing it. So
Yeah.
if I'm then I definitely consider it.
All right.
Goodness, that's crazy. I don't know that we couldn't see the lineup there, but it's like down to 1 second on the play clock, unless the Eagles just really must not have liked the look that they had. But
All right.
okay, 5
10
seconds.
yards. What do you do? Do you blitz here?
Man, I don't
Just
know.
one
I feel like
stop.
you gotta pressure Howell. You can't let him have too much time, but I don't want to send a lot. Like nothing zone. I hate running this zone that we've had, and it leaves so many openings here. I really hope that you're just going to challenge the receivers and send that blitz. It looks like Philly's showing pressure. 5 seconds on the game clock. Now 5 on the play clock. Pressure coming. Howell takes the snap over the middle. Incomplete. There's 1 second, though. There's 1 second on the clock. That was, I thought that might have been it. 1 second on the clock. Second and goal. We're going to have one more play.
Oh my gosh. You love the pressure, though. There's the pressure. Howell has to just chuck it away.
I know that's a
2
bang
seconds.
play, and it's hard for Samuel to catch that. Honestly, I wish he had caught it, though, because that'd be ball game. But
okay, here we go.
Yep. 2 seconds on the game clock now. They put a second back. 5 on the play clock. Howell in the gun. Looks like 4-man pressure coming. Takes the snap, looking over the middle. To the right side. Has a man. It's caught. Touchdown. Wow. Touchdown. Dotson with the catch. Looked like the Eagles were in the zone. They just sent 4, but Howell had plenty of time.
Brought 4. They're going for 1.
You got to be kidding me.
How do you let him just do a 10-yard hook in the end zone on working on Job?
Oh. What are you doing?
I'm sick. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. Blitz works every single time.
God,
all right.
Come on.
Extra point to tie it up.
Takes the snap. Good hold, and it is good. 31-30. Or 31-31 now. Good gosh. You gotta be I thought that the clock had run out on that last play, and then I loved the play call from the previous one. They sent the house. You made Howell force a quick throw. And then that second one, I don't get it. I know we've got pass rushers, and you just said it. Like, they can do well, but in that situation, you gotta pressure Hal and get him away quick. But he had plenty of time. You sent 4 guys. He's got enough time. Let a route develop, and they took advantage of Joe. But now you got overtime here, and this is just this feels like not a great spot.
You scored to go up 7. There's a minute 20 left. And they walk right down the field and tie the game. Like, this has been a really, really rough defensive performance, and there's no 2 ways around it. And you mentioned it, right? You have a play where you get incredible pressure 2 plays before, and then you sit everybody back, and yet Job is somehow in one-on-one. And then they go right at him. All right, let's see the coin toss. You better hope you win this coin toss.
Yeah, because I'm not confident if we don't. Washington's going to call it. They call tails. It's tails.
It's tails.
It's tails. They're going to get the ball. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Sam Howell, man. Jeez. I cannot believe that we're going to overtime. This game should be over.
Yep. I'm at a loss for words right now. That is just it should you're right. It should have been over. It should have been easily over. Like, in what world are we questioning, like if this was Patrick Mahomes and he just led them down, then sure, like, I'd still be upset, but it'd be like, oh, okay, it's Patrick Mahomes. Like, He's
Right.
legit. We just allowed Sam Howell and the Commanders' offense to just march down the field with not a whole lot of time left, and certainly not much room. But you play the soft coverage and you let him complete a couple passes, and then all of a sudden it's like, I just don't get it. Oh man,
You got to get stops. I mean, you've got to win the football game with this much defensive talent. Josh H super chat. He says calling pick six. Well, you might be the only one calling that because
I would love
the
it.
defense has not looked. Is it play calling? Is it personnel? Who knows? But when they have not gotten to Sam Howell, he shredded you. And so the question is, how do you make sure that Sam Howell does not have a clean pocket? And to sit back there and play coverage, tough, really tough.
Yep, it doesn't really make sense to me. I can't quite understand it, but I would love it. Yeah, please a pick six. This does not feel like this is going in the right direction, though. But got you down for the 2. Actually, Josh got you down for 4. I'm sorry. I don't think we caught your other one previously about needing Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown to win your 150 bet, but got you down for the 4. Oh, boy. Man, how quickly you can go from feeling pretty comfortable and confident to, like, what in the world just happened?
Unbelievable. Well, you still got a chance, right? I like the person saying Eli Ricks needs to go in. I don't hate that. I don't know if Job's it. I don't know. He's been a little rough.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it out. I wouldn't mind seeing it because he's not. There's no way he'd be doing worse than that situation there. Again, I mean, there's a little bit of they're playing physical, but I don't know as they kick it out of the back of the end zone. So 25-yard line is where they're going to get it. Commanders coming out.
All right, 10 minutes to go. Remember, touchdown wins it. Field goal gives the Eagles another shot. Well, more football. I thought I was going to go and sit on the couch after a big Eagles win and enjoy hanging out with the fiance, watch the afternoon games, and not the case. We're going to have to suffer this one out, hopefully with an Eagles win at the end. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have been kicked off of my stream.
Okay, well, it's a first down run that doesn't go very far.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you don't want to get kicked off your stream. That would not be good.
Nope, I do not. Oh, good. They said because the Cowboys are the game of the week. I've been kicked off to that.
All right. Well, hopefully you should be able to get it on Sunday Ticket, right?
It's saying it's blocked in my area. You got to be kidding me. What?
Oh boy.
I see it here, and then it says it's blocked.
2nd down and 10. Howell in the gun.
Okay, well, you're my eyes.
This is
blind
crazy.
now.
Howell takes a snap. Delayed blitz by Philadelphia. Steps up, fires across the middle. That's caught. Gain of about 6. Good tackle by Blankenship. They got Dotson across the middle. He maybe got 6. That's a good play there, though, by Reed. So 3rd and 5, a really quick one. They came on a delayed linebacker blitz. That time it didn't make it, and Reed was basically one-on-one with Dotson and ran him down. But now we have a 3rd down and 5. 8:58 to go in overtime. Opening drive for the Commanders. Ball at the 29-yard line of Washington. Howell in the gun. They motion McLaurin across the line. Nope, now they come back to their side. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. 5-man front. Eagles bring 4. Howell steps back, looks left, throws deep ball. That's going to be caught! But was he in bounds? No, out of bounds. Blankenship all over McLaurin there. That was a throw across the left side, and McLaurin looked like he was out. We got to see a replay, though. Here we go. Let's see. 1 is in. The other is out. The other is out. The toe is out.
Whew. Okay.
It's really close, but the toe is out. Boy, he's like stepping on Reed Blankenship's arm. Let's see it from this angle. The right foot is in. The left foot, oh my gosh, it's really close. No, it's out, though. It's out, though. It's got to be out. And they called it incomplete on the field. Fletcher Cox was slow. He kind of wobbles off the field there. This was a great throw by Reed Blankenship, or by Sam Howell over Reed Blankenship. Yeah, his toe is out. Yeah. And there's no way they overturned this. This is indisputably Unable to tell. And they called it incomplete. Good job by the ref looking right at it. Oh, my goodness. Still looking at the review. Still, if this is incomplete, the Eagles force a 3 and out. And you give the ball back to Hurts and the offense, who've been red hot in the second half.
Goodness gracious.
And, of course, Philadelphia, any score wins it if they get this ball back. So a field goal by Elliott seals it, and the Eagles would survive. Yeah, everyone's saying it. Mason says he touched the white. He's got to be out. Got to be out.
Okay,
They're still looking at it here.
Okay, I'm back and I'm seeing it finally. So yeah,
that
clearly has to be out. Yeah, I'm thankfully getting bonus coverage from the Bucks and Saints game. Okay. So we'll see how long that lasts. But.
All right. There's just not a camera angle that's going to show it. That must have hurt so bad on Reed Blankenship's wrist. Goodness gracious. Yeah, McLaurin goes up to Nick Sirianni and their John, both with smiles on their face. But this is incomplete. Here we go with the call.
Whew, okay.
Incomplete.
Let's go.
All right, so they force a 3 and out. How about that? I would not have bet my money on them forcing a 3 and out, but they did. Huge.
No. Especially after the way the defense played, and they had to go right back on the field.
All right, what does Britton Covey have here? Remember, there's only 8 minutes left in this game. This can end in a tie. All right, here we go. Here comes the punt. Gets it away. Okay. Philadelphia stays away from it. This is not a good punt.
Yeah.
That went out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Really bad punt. Okay.
I'm feeling a lot better.
A 30-yard punt in the end. Okay. All right. Come on, Jalen. How about an overtime win?
God is real.
He definitely is. Definitely is.
Oh, yes. Thankfully, hey, you know what? We're not the only team with punter issues, I guess. So let's go.
Chat. Josh H. with 5 more. I can't even see it. There's so many chats coming in right now. Says, no matter how this review goes, great play by the Ghost. Agreed. Here we go. Jalen Hurts. 1st and 10 from his own 41. Just got to get to field goal range. Takes the snap. Here comes a blitz. Hurts steps up, throws left. That's caught. A.J. Brown. Forward progress is going to give him about 8, I would guess. It's been quite the battle between A.J. Brown and these cornerbacks. They're going to give him 7. Be 2nd down and 3 as Hurts approaches 300 yards passing.
That was a great blitz pickup, too. I mean, the Commanders sent pressure. They sent the blitz, but it was a pickup. Give him enough time to get it out to A.J.
All right. Remember, you still have DeAndre Swift. You want to run him here. 2nd down and 3. The Eagles at their own 47-yard line. You're about 20 yards away from being very close to comfortable field goal range for Jake Elliott's cannon of a leg. Hurts takes the snap. Another 4-man pressure. Looks to left. Going for it all. A.J. Brown, and that is incomplete. Overthrew him. Hurts took a shot there. I think A.J. Brown knew the ball was coming. He kind of stopped running.
Yeah, that did not look great there. To your point, he either slowed down or look at the replay here. Yeah, okay. It looks like he did slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really think that was going his way because it looked like one of the Commanders was in a better position than he was.
What do you do on 3rd and 3 here? Because are you in 4th down territory? Give it to Swift, man. Give it to Swift. 9 to go in the play clock. Got the refs to get out of the way here to let you snap this ball. Here we go. Swift to the left of Hurts in the gun on 3rd down and 3. 3 seconds in the play clock.
No.
2, 1. Hurts takes the snap. They're going to go quick screen. Smith, right side. Does he have enough? No, he doesn't. He's short by about a yard. Wow, what a tackle.
Oh,
sneak
my God.
This is sneak. I thought he was going to have that.
I think you have to. I thought he was going to have it too. I did. As soon as he caught it, but then he gets hit, kind of bounces backwards. Ooh, this is a long yard.
They're going to sneak it. 4th and 1. Hurts takes it. You got it. Easily.
Got it.
Come on. Come on. Eat it, NFL. We touch push it, baby.
Ooh, yes.
Gosh. They had about 2 yards plus on that one. Huge. All right, now they can settle back in. First down.
Yep. It's like
They snapped it the second. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Cruddy Holly said, they cut my feed in Texas. Yeah, they did mine too. But if you have the ticket, go to the Bucks and Saints game. That's the bonus coverage I'm getting right now. So maybe that works for you.
Into plus territory from the Commander 49. Hurts in the gun. Maybe a swift run. I wouldn't mind it. Next score wins. 6:30 to go in overtime. 31-31. They're taking their time here. Let's see what they do on first down and 10. Swift goes to the right of Hurts now. Jalen lowers his body to the ground, takes the snap. Turn, give. No, he's going to keep it. Hurts going to try to run to the right. There's not a lot of room there. One stiff-armed out of bounds, and that's going to be a gain of about nothing. That's a read option you might have wanted to hand off there. It'd be second down and 10.
Yeah. I mean, we've loved that play and it's worked in the past, but it's just not as successful anymore. Like and teams are keying off it. I mean, they know. So credit to the teams that realize the Eagles have used it, but it's just you got to have something else.
You only need about 15 yards to really be close here for Jake. Just about 15. You're at the 49-yard line of Washington. Hurts in the gun. Hurts takes the snap. 4-man rush. Looks right. Now he's going to dump it off to DeAndre Swift. Not a lot of room there. It makes a man miss. There goes Swift. Did he get the first down?
He got it.
I think he did. Wow, he was dead to rights. He might have not even gained a yard, but makes 2 players miss. DeAndre Swift. Why would you give the ball to Kenny Gainwell? Did he stay in bounds?
No offense to Kenny Gainwell, but
did he stay in?
Oh, did he go out? Oh, he might be.
He might be out. I know a yard short, but are they going to stop to replay it? Doesn't seem like it. First and 10. No. Eagles at the 39-yard line, closer to field goal range. Hurts takes a snap. Turn, give, Swift, running left side. Nice hole. And gets across the 35-yard line to the 34. They are officially in field goal range.
Just keep running him. I don't know why you don't do anything else.
Yeah, this feels like 2 more runs and then you kick it if you don't get a first down.
Have to.
Wow. This is where you want to be. Swift approaching 65 yards rushing, for those wondering.
Hey, all right. Wonder what that means.
Come on. Break one and end it. Hurts in the gun. Second down and 6. Here comes a delayed blitz, but Hurts is going to slow it down and go check at the line. 7 to go on the play clock. 4:54 to go in overtime. Next score wins. Hurts takes the snap. He's going to throw. All-out pressure coming. Steps up, throws. Home run ball into the end zone. Incomplete. There's nobody there.
Who's there?
What happened here? He wanted Brown, but Brown, he wouldn't even end the screen.
I don't know where that was. I was seeing the look that they gave us would maybe think, okay, hey, someone's going deep. There's no one.
This is miscommunication because A.J. Brown stops. Intentional grounding.
Oh my gosh. Intentional grounding because he's not close enough within that.
AJ stopped running here. AJ runs a 15-yard in, and Jalen throws it into the end zone. Where are they now? Are you in field goal range? It's third down and 11.
Yeah, you're back. 50-yard line-ish?
Yeah, you're close.
Or 45.
This is a huge field goal. They have to get some yardage back here. And they're going to go empty. Goddard and Smith to the top. Zacchaeus Brown and Swift. Trips to the left. Here we go. 3rd and 17. From the 45-yard line. Here comes another blitz. Hurts takes the snap. Steps up, throws. That's Smith. Across. He's got it at the 40, maybe the 36-yard line. So they get about 10 back. So here we go. Field goal to win it.
He's going to try it. Oh, my gosh. This is what, 54?
Yeah,
something like that?
This is something.
Well, this is Jake Elliott, so.
Washington has 2 timeouts. 4 career game-winning field goals for Jake Elliott. You think back to his first one, Week 3 against the Giants, only back in 2017. This is 54. Okay, here we go.
He can do this. 3 for 4 in the season, 50+.
Are they going to ice him?
I would expect they would.
Ball spotted. Kick on the way. It's going.
He got it. He got it.
Yes!
Yes, he did it. Woo! Yes!
Yes! Yes.
No timeouts. There's no redos of it. It's over. We did
They did it.
All right. Not the way I expected, but you know what? It's a win.
How about that beautiful draw right back into the middle?
At first, I was like,
Oh
oh, is
my
it drifting out
goodness.
right? But man,
Let's
Jake
go.
Elliott.
4-0,
54.
huh? 4-0, baby. 4-0.
We did it. May not
Oh
be the
my
prettiest, and there's
goodness.
still things that we need to figure out, no doubt. But
Jake Elliott.
4-0.
They did it.
Jake the man.
They absolutely did it. Massive. Boy, and these divisional round games, or these divisional games, are brutal. And credit to Washington because they played incredible all day long. But this Eagles team, the past 2 seasons of Nick Sirianni, don't lose games like this in the end. They lose them a couple of years ago. They don't lose them here. And they're 4-0. Wow. Unbelievable.
Whew.
Oh, man. Okay.
It doesn't feel like it should have been that close or had that much struggle, but hey, we will take it. Wow.
Nope. They did it. And they are one of 2 remaining undefeated teams now, as you have a undefeated 49er team getting ready to go against the Cardinals, but they're undefeated. They're 4-0. Rams next week on the road. Huge. All right, we'll wrap it up here pretty quickly. This has been going a little bit extra here, but Josh, where do we start? I mean, defensively, they have some issues, but in the fourth quarter, you think that they're going to roll right through them after that touchdown from A.J. Brown. Doesn't happen. You then go to overtime. You get a 3-and-out, right? I mean, come on. At some point, you give a little credit where credit is due, and they got it that time. So,
yeah, that's true. You got to give them some credit. It wasn't the prettiest, and like we said, there's things that you need to figure out, but I'm sure that as we're going to hear in the press conferences and even the next couple of days, is all that matters is winning. I mean, that's what they keep echoing. That's true. You're still going to get things figured out as the season goes on. So, if you're learning, you're getting better each and every week, that's a good thing. It's interesting. And I think that, we've mentioned it several times during the game. I would have expected the pass rush to be more dominant. I would have expected not needing to blitz, but it really wasn't until Desai dialed up the delayed blitz that you started getting home. Now there's, question marks and adjustments and changes and everything else, but at least the beauty that you can say, or I think the positive takeaway from the defense is, hey, it may not have been great, may not have been even like a B plus in terms of a grading, but Desai was able to adjust and take some counter punches for what Bieniemy was doing and say, okay, you know what, let's try to do something different. You got to stop in overtime. I was not comfortable or expecting that they would. I don't know if a lot of us were, but you made it happen and you go down the field and win. So still some things to figure out. There's a lot of question marks with teams. We just saw the Dolphins, which the Bills are no slouch for sure. We just saw the Dolphins get destroyed by the Bills. So, every single team's going to go through these types of different spurts or figuring things out. The coordinator still, I think we will continue to probably ask ourselves the questions about that for weeks and weeks and weeks until, maybe we see just an absolutely dominant performance a couple weeks in a row. But yeah, I mean, I'm pumped. You got the win. You made it happen. It's not how you expected. Would any of us picked Nicholas Morrow to have 3 sacks in the game? I wouldn't have. I mean, he's the leading sack guy, but you got to Howell 5 times, a very unorthodox way because that's not how we expected, but it worked. I mean, it worked well enough to win.
Jalen Hurts, 25 of 37, 319, 2 touchdowns, and he takes Philadelphia down twice at the end of this game. 1, the go-ahead touchdown, and then, of course, into field goal range. Just a couple of nice passes there. Olamide Zaccheaus was big late in this game. A.J. Brown was absolutely incredible. How about 9 for $175 and 2 touchdowns? That was unreal by number 11. The offense looks good. The offense looks very, very good. I think the main issue that they had today was a couple of tough penalties here and there, and then maybe some play calling. Sure, the Kenny Gainwell run on 3rd and 11 inside the red zone is going to make me just want to, scream in the middle of the night because it was so horrible, especially when you could have kind of sealed that maybe a little bit earlier. But offensively, this was their best game. Defensively is where the question marks start to kind of arise because they couldn't get pressure. And when they didn't bring pressure, the secondary got exposed. And you can make an argument, well, they're a little banged up there, but you should be okay, right? Justin Evans and Cindy Brown are blows, but they're not, big giant blows. Slay was struggling a little bit today. Bradbury did fine. It seemed like it was a great overall day by Sam Howell and this Commander passing attack. And listen, they played their butts off. They're a good team. You got to go to Washington in a couple of weeks to play them again. It's going to be tough. But the fact you got this win to go to 4-0, now you sit back and you hope that Mac Jones and the Commanders, or Mac Jones and the Patriots can beat the Dallas Cowboys, and maybe hope the 49ers somehow lose. And right now you're sitting atop the NFC. So it's not perfect. It has not been perfect for 4 straight weeks, but you're also still perfect in the win-loss column, and that has to count for something.
It does, yes. And to your point, I mean, you won. It's effective. You got it done. It's effective. There's, I think, a lot of things that we could say. Could you have just, late in the third quarter, I guess early in the fourth quarter, just kind of iced the game completely and said, oh, it's over. You get the score, you go up 7, get a stop, end it. Yes, that would have been nice. We would have loved to see the same thing in the Vikings game. You did it in the Tampa, so you give them some credit there. But it feels like there's some times where it's like, if we even get a lead, it's like, can the defense stop them, or vice versa? If the defense is playing well, hey, can we finally get enough plays on the offense? So it at some point, I do trust that we'll get a complimentary football of both sides performing well and just absolutely dominate. But, at least you win. And like you mentioned there, I mean, New England, Dallas tied 3-3 right now. Won't be the worst thing if New England can somehow pull the upset there. But you're leading the division. You've looked, not at your best. So you could say you're undefeated, you're leading your division, and there's still, what are you playing at right now? 75%? How much more can you go? Because we know that there's better that this team can play. So definitely the positive way of looking at it. But I mean, hey, I'll take it. You got the win. I didn't think we were going to. Once we went into overtime, honestly, I was like, that may be it. It just felt that way.
SVG Glow says, honestly, a win is a win, and I could not agree more. That is the theme, I think, right now for Philadelphia. They don't win this game 3 years ago. They don't win this game 4 years ago. Brandon Kratz says Philly refuses to commit to Swift, which is dumb. I agree. Especially sometime late in this game where you tried to kind of seal it and they were going with Gainwell. We'll talk about that, obviously, throughout the week. But Philadelphia, a win is a win. We appreciate you guys watching with us. For Josh Davis, I'm Thomas Mott. We go ahead and sign off. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Birds 4-0.
Go Birds.